Welcome everybody to session 78 of Forgotten
Why
Genesis.
the hell did y'all boop and hey-o me when I told y'all I would be late?
Because I forgot, my brain's a little bit scrambled.
Yeah.
He's been working all week.
Yeah, my boss actually gave me some fucking hours. So, and also my health allowed me to work all of those hours for once. So, and then today I've had kind of an off and on stress headache that I've been trying to manage. But it's off and on because went from blisteringly hot the last several days of this week to now finally raining off and on. So hopefully I can hold out all the same.
What? Can you not? Damn it. The marshmallow pool is strong with this.
Uh-oh. All right, well. It's been a while. Been a long while. Now, I did notify Amber. Amber may or may not be able to make it. From what I understand, she has COVID. So she may be shacked up in the bed and just trying to forget reality, which is fine.
Or Ren does.
COVID.
Oh, Ren. Well, if Ren does, then it's safe to say that the rest of the family may end up getting it. If they don't already. Just kind of like a cold or a flu that cycles around the house anyway.
I think I got COVID maybe twice, but I think the first time it just manifested as a headache that went under the radar until I got tested. But the second time, that was a different experience. My entire body hurt.
Yeah, I think I've had it 3 times. Each time it was radically different, and it wasn't even... I don't even think it was an issue of, like, different strains. It's just my body treated it differently each time.
Yeah. That's what I've noticed about that virus. It just doesn't seem to be uniform in symptoms.
No. But, I think I'll be more keen on talking about things that happened while I was in the good old cheese state, probably when we go on break. In the meantime, I would love to kind of slide myself back into the headspace of this thing that we call D&D that we've been playing together for the most part for 5 years, at least some of us, if not all of us, off and on between each other.
I'm trying to finish my dessert. I'm making a s'more. It's all over my hand.
I'm not keen on rushing you. You don't need to have it slather your hands.
Well, whether she rushes or not, with a s'more, there's not much getting around it.
True, that's just going to be messy no matter how you slice it. And probably especially if you slice it.
The fuck do you mean gateway timeout? You were loaded D&D Beyond. Not D&D Beyond, Roll20.
Everything hates everybody today. That's just how it's gonna go.
Like it was already loaded and then it just said, oh, never mind.
And the new friend apparently ended up helping her with all of her issues, and my brain is just fried out.
Yeah. My brain's a little bit fried out as well. The vacation was not, something smooth like a flight. It was a grueling 18-hour drive in either direction while packed into a very tight vehicle.
With kids.
That's never fun.
Yeah, my knees, legs, and feet also ended up cramping very, very badly on both stretches of that trip. So it was literally painful. But
hey, you got a workout. That's what I think when I get a big
cramp. And when we went to the wave pool, I got knocked on my ass a few times, but that's kind of the whole point of a wave pool. So we'll get into that later.
Booty!
Booty? I don't think booty is the point of this session, but we'll see.
Oh, booty is bootyful.
All booty is arguably bootyful. Now,
But what about the pussy?
true, very true.
What about the pussy booty?
One of the only ways that those two things could be remotely appropriate to show live on Twitch in the way that you've done.
Oh my god, my food. Today has been this week has been the longest week getting back into throwing. Oh, I got to show everybody things.
Yeah, people. It's been a kind of an off and on of good news and weird news between everybody. So.
Who's ready? Who's ready to
Or
see the
just
work?
decide
I'm
to
so
throw
tired.
A blank screen at me. Where did everyone go? Here we go.
Turning this around. Look at me.
Very nice.
My new work.
You got in a pottery?
Oh, I've been in a
Got
pottery.
back into it, we should say.
This is we're back in black, okay?
You got back on that horse.
What kind of horse?
You tell me. It's your hobby.
An amazing
know.
horse.
Does it go nay or does it go yay?
It tastes like raisins.
It tastes like raisins and smells like rainbows. Oh my god!
Look at my horse. My horse.
The horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Ooh. Hey, I'm gonna give you a hug. So I'm gonna go play D&D.
Yeah.
I am worn out. I've been in the hot sun. I'm going to go and play D&D and try not to pass out with it on everybody because I've been in the hot sun all day. It was right behind me like this and eating over me the entire time. And I was like,
Made some homemade beef jerky while I was on the vacation. It's all already gone. It was 2 pounds of ground beef that was turned into jerky, and it's all already gone.
You can turn ground beef into jerky.
If it's good quality,
any
because
good?
if it's good quality, yes, because it'll actually hold together. Although if you're gonna do it with ground beef, you got to do it real flat, and it's not gonna be like normal jerky. That's gonna be kind of like soft and chewy. It's gonna be more like meat chip, if that makes sense. It's gonna have that sort of very,
Hear you over, Megan.
that very thin, very craggly, very crusty texture. It's meat chip.
Right. Everybody say hi to Amu.
Hi,
Hello.
Amo.
Hey, how you doing? Yes, how y'all are doing?
Frozen.
Doing okay.
Hold on.
Some cameras are frozen, some connections are wonky, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hold on, we'll turn it up and on again. And then we'll swirl the camera around and you can see Amu. Say hi, Amu.
Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Everybody's playing D&D.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Well, we're watching, after we get done with the word tomorrow, we're gonna watch the Apothecary Diary, because now I have time. I have a lot of time. I finally got the time slot open. I'm excited. I want to watch shows with Amu. Oh, wait a minute. Let me ask Amu. Amu, would you like a s'more? Would you like me to make you a s'more? I'll make you one. I'll make you one.
Right on. Now this session is going to have a set amount of time that it goes through. In other words, when it hits midnight for the Texans, we will be cutting time for the session.
Sweet.
Or at least in the rough ballpark of midnight for the Texans, just wherever the natural stopping point shows up.
I don't have to be up early tomorrow because Susan is singing tomorrow. So if you want
I
to.
don't have to be up early tomorrow either, but I do start classes on Monday, so.
Right on.
Oh my god.
As a thing that I'd like to talk about really quickly before we start with recaps and everything else, a lot of the late starting time for the session was largely built around Ethan, whom is currently dealing with life, and also Nessio's availability after work. Neither of those things are currently a factor, and I used to start sessions significantly earlier. I used to start them at noon, which would be, about at this point 7 hours prior to now. Now I know that can be a bit of a complication, particularly for the Australia here. But starting sessions earlier means at least we're a little bit less tired by the time we get to the ending point, or at least we have more room to do things and more time. Without it stretching into sometimes an agonizing level of lateness, at least for those of us over here that are American. So, what range of a little bit earlier do you think you guys might be comfortable with doing, because I'm keen on definitely starting these sessions a little bit earlier in the night.
Can we just do like 4 or 5? Evening still, late afternoon or evening still sounds nice. Just
I've done a 4:30 start, and that did do a little bit of, it was a little bit helpful, and it was about 2 hours prior to our normal start time. I'd even be optionally keen on doing 3:30, which would be 4:30 for those of you in Texas.
Vinestra said, I can probably only reliably do 1 hour earlier during this time of year.
Gotcha, fair enough. Well, I could probably still swing like a 5:30 or even, 4:30, 5:30 range. So let's split the difference there and just say, let's say 5 o'clock Mountain, which would be 6 for everybody in Texas.
Well, but that way,
As
Vanessa,
current start time is 10:30 a.m.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, hey, it takes about, half an hour to get everything set up anyway, so that kind of leaves room for everything to properly start up. In which case, I'm going to write that down, and I will make the schedule adjustments appropriately. Because sometimes my computer likes to fight me. Doesn't matter if it's the new one or the old one. Just, I think my computer mana sucks. So
don't stop attacking my microphone. I must strangle you with love and frustration. Here, you've had enough. You can go away.
Okay, that seems like that's a comfortable range. So next week is, well, actually, sorry, next week we're not doing a session, but week after next, 5 p.m., which would be about an hour and a half before the normal slated 6:30 start time. I think that's good range for at least people to start showing up. And yeah, I think we can work with that. Give a little bit more mental breathing room, among other things. And I will say, at the very least, without going into details, the vacation was remarkably, once the travel was over, it was remarkably lax, which was desperately needed. So, all the same, once Megan finishes making that s'more, I think we'll be ready to roll into it.
I'm making one for Babble, sorry.
It's all good.
Apos needs a s'more.
Yeah, that statement was not necessarily a suggestion to rush either.
See that? That's serious. The words is snap. The ancient Egyptians both said this. It's very fishes and stars.
Okay.
I noticed that if you put chapstick on after it's soaked into your skin, you still have to bite the dead skin from the rest of around the crack of your lip before it starts feeling better.
Yes.
Yeah, kinda.
I know what you're talking about, yes.
You put it on because you got a crack on your lip. The thing, all the lip balm soaks in, and you're just left with more fluffy, dead skin that you have to then bite off before it starts feeling better.
Yeah.
We got off to a shaky start, but
So I'm gonna get some lotion from my grandfather too. Because apparently we're out of lotion in their bathroom. I was trying to get everything done for D&D, but I dropped my friend off at her house, which was 10 miles away from my house.
Yeah, Megan made a new friend while throwing and creating pottery.
A very supportive friend.
Remarkably supportive. It's fantastic. I have had a sum total of 1.5 conversation with her, and that was today.
Hey, you were very excited by what she said, though.
Honestly, I was just glad at how kind of relaxed you ended up being during that conversation, which is good.
She was really high energy.
Really high energy in a lax way, as weird as that sounds, but it works out.
She's like me, it's that way. I need to drink like 4 glasses of water. Dang it! I was about to walk back to my bedroom with my dice, and I forgot to water!
Oh yeah, get you some fucking water. Hydrate.
Ah,
It goes for everybody here. We all have some form of AD. What the fuck, dude?
I have my water. Filled it up before I sat down.
Alright, so where are we at right now on D&D?
Good question, but we'll get to that once you are actually in a sitting position and ready to get going.
I just want to get some water. I was in the hot sun from 8 o'clock till noon, and my body hurts.
I love this PC case because I can just take the front off of the intake and just brush the cat hair off.
I love my guinea pigs. I love my guinea pigs. I love them. Okay. Oh, where are my new dice? Hello, dice.
Oh, I need to sneeze.
I need to come up with some dice for. I need to find some dice for my new character in the whole game.
Here, on my dice board.
Ready, guys? I'm ready to go.
Ready as can be.
Okay.
So, given not even necessarily just 2 weeks of a break, but I think 3 weeks worth of cumulative time in a break, I think a recap, and I will say conditionally in character if you can, also to get kind of everybody settled back in, both the recap and the roleplay question. Let's get into it. Get those inspiration dice rolling. I will say this. For how long of a gap that it's been. And put this in as a message for any of our current players who are not present. Choose one of your stats. Increase it by 1 point.
Are you sure about that?
One stat, increase it by 1 point. If you have a stat with an uneven number, that means you benefit from a modifier.
Explain how this is a massive overpowered change for you, Megan, please.
For her,
What
she's
does
just
one do
smiling
more
because her
charisma?
charisma will be that much more charismatic. I don't care.
Okay, so let's see.
We are in the overpowered stage of the campaign that has been created entirely because I was like, ooh, this homebrew looks fun without thinking too heavily about it.
No, it's
4
actually
years ago.
pretty great. It's been great. It's just the problem is that we've been kind of like, because of the weird amount of players, it's been so weird.
Well, yeah, the player quantity and team structure has been in flux for easily 4 out of 5 of those years, and so naturally the pace has been influenced by that. So hopefully we can get into the swing of things.
Oh, so I want to show my new dice.
New dice.
Dice? New dice.
You bought new shit? Was it in your budget?
I'm
Yes.
in kind of a wonky state where all my skills. It's the only. Wait a minute. Is the only strength-based skill athletics? That doesn't seem right.
Athletics and something else.
There's athletics. I think.
Vinestra said, grappling.
That's it.
That's
Well, grappling is done with athletics.
grappling.
It is a type
I
of
thought
attack.
that was from 3.5.
Well,
No,
grappling
it's
is a type of attack that is done with the athletics skill. There are a bunch of different
Strength
specialized
is notoriously
attacks.
shit.
There are a bunch of
Then I'm-
specialized attacks that nobody thinks about using that use strength as their baseline, like grapple, like shove, like that kind of thing.
I'm letting you know, even with my amount of strength, we're gonna say this as far as my character goes. I am not, because of my body type, it's also like applied to the body type. Joe likes to apply it to the body type. I'm not as strong as I seem.
Okay, so my roll imbalance that we called out just from the Climb Out of Hell game after I was rolling
If you
so
ain't
many
wearing
crits
heavy armor
is holding
and
true, and I'm just trying to get them out of the way
it's
now.
questionably useful stat-wise.
I have all but one of my stats are odd numbered, so.
Well, then you can make one
Unless you
even and
consider
suddenly...
0 a odd number, it's technically both even and odd. Because
I mean,
of the
if
way
it's
it is.
11 and therefore 0, then bump it up to a 12. Suddenly you get a bonus of 1 to that stat, and therefore all the
that's fair.
skills therein.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I was only looking at the modifiers. I'm dumb. It's been a while.
Yeah, 1 to the attribute can influence the modifier if it's uneven going.
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
You can tell I'm tired.
But I could also just add 1 to charisma and make my +5 a +6. So.
I'm kind of sun drunk.
That's
Are
a
you
thing.
in a place where you can cool? It's like the not quite heat stroke.
Oh.
I have a headache.
Heat
from it.
exhaustion.
That's a problem. I should be getting some. What are my pain pills?
Yeah, it's heat exhaustion, Megan. So laying down also, when you are entering into a position where you should be using your brain after heat exhaustion, maybe not the smartest move because you
I
will
am not
pass out.
laying down. I am sitting up, Joe. I am sitting up.
Okay.
Do you have some ice water?
I'm gonna get some pain pills first.
Also, forgive me if even prior to the break, I do leave my chair just to get that head wrap thing, because again, the headaches have been kind of back and forth. But hey. Also got a bunch of cheese from Wisconsin, so hey. Got some smoked cheddar, got some spicy cheddar. Spicy cheddar is spicier than shit.
I could have had you send me cheddar. Damn it.
I was not about to ship cheese in that box.
Not that one, because it was still hot. Oh my god.
Also got some delightful cheese curds, so there's that.
I'm so sleepy. I'm okay.
But I did send you a bunch of mushrooms. I'm still annoyed that I couldn't find any lion's mane.
I'm more excited about the chicken one. I'm more
Oh,
excited about the chicken
the
one.
chicken of the woods?
Uh-huh.
That's fair. And again, 15 to 20 minutes to rehydrate them. Just any of those mushrooms, really. In
It
warm
feels like a
water.
bubble. I'll be fine.
Feels like a bubble.
Let's
Is
get
there anything
started.
you could do for your own cold compress?
I don't have one.
Towel with some ice?
Want to have a bag of rice or something?
You bought me one and you didn't consider doing that for yourself when you barely drink water unless you remind yourself on the off chance?
And I've been throwing pottery all week, and I'm really dehydrated, and I'm sleepy, and I really want to go to bed.
Okay, so let's get into the recap.
Yeah, there we go. Make my brain work.
Yeah.
Where's your head wrap first before we do this?
Right now, it is currently getting cold again. I have
Okay.
already worn it to the point where it got warm. So,
Okay. All right, then.
and right now it's not a migraine. Light and sound sensitivity is not a problem. It's just, from what I can tell, a stress headache because it's wrapped around the entire skull. Very cool. All right, so for the sake of getting everybody back up to speed, Angel
just
and
was
then
the-
Violet recaps, and on down
She
the
just
list we
wants
go.
to spend time with her siblings because she didn't get to spend very much time with her siblings last episode. She found out that one of her siblings was being affected by something. I know that Vanestra probably wrote it down, but my brain did the I'm sleepy and my head hurts. Ears popped.
All right, so that's the best recollection you have for Angel's stuff. That's okay. Any better recollection for the stuff done with Violet? I don't recall if we did anything, strictly speaking, with Violet.
We did. We worked on the vampire stuff, and she talked to her dad, and her dad was mad for being mad at him. Basically, told her dad he was a jerkhead.
Well, naturally. I mean, you know, that makes sense, I guess.
And she looked over to her mom and said, "You married the jerkhead."
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But it did turn out well.
Yeah. You get your inspiration die for that, of course.
I apologize. I would have more memory right now, but my body is tired.
It's a suboptimal position. That's okay. It's okay. My memory is
so much pottery this
completely
week.
shot because, I mean, as you guys saw in the prior announcement that I made, I had a pretty gnarly Grand Mal seizure just before the vacation. So. But anyway, inspiration die for this. Now on to Avery.
I seem to be missing 1 or 2 weeks of notes. The last I have is the one that was when we discovered that the Velex are trying to make a new Elder Brain.
I believe that was some information that was gone over in the last session.
That was what it was.
Technically missing 1 or 2 weeks of notes is accurate, given that in the last 1 or 2 weeks nothing has happened.
Cool. Joe, but Rick, also, by the way, you drove into Angel's brain and you got full
that's also
visceral memory.
I will do a full recap with more of those notes. That was just one of the things I could point to for the day.
Oh, good. My brain just fried out, and I'm like, please save me right now.
Soft
My brain
reminders
is
help
absolutely
with
fried.
We saw
recovering
a
from the
machine,
fry.
we see a machine that runs magic through heads. It was used by the Velex. Humans used to use it to focus magic on the brain when it was first discovered. The Velex lightly adapted it to well, it didn't say what, but we assume to make Elder Brains. Angel pulls out a large stone mind flayer tadpole the size of a house cat. Avery's mentor says that based on the size of the tadpole and the mind magic machine, they are likely trying to either create a giant Titan-class mind flayer or a new Elder Brain.
Yeah, the implication in either of those cases is, of course, naturally mind flayers themselves. As they grow more and more psionically potent, eventually it will literally swell them to the point where they become an Elder Brain. But the mind flayer has to last pretty long, and so maybe infusing a brain with extra magic might have been, at least theoretically, one way to accelerate that process.
And then finally, I dove into Angel's memories and unlocked trauma.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. What's in your backstory? Trauma. Okay, well, you know what? I can work with that.
Oh, it's adorable. Oh, it's traumatized.
Cut to 3 years later, so you realize you were actually just working through something you as a person had problems with, right? Yeah?
The way I described it was a truly revolting scene was described involving melting brain, blood, rotten shit smell so thick you can taste it.
Yeah, it was gross.
That's about right. Yeah, that is about right. Inspiration die for that recap as well. On to Vanestra, to the best of your ability and recollection, a recap from last session's events. Excuse me.
Nestra and Amira did some research on mind flayers and how to disrupt their hive mind connection. Share the findings with the rest of the party. B and Amira did not much else.
Also true. Okay. Inspiration die for that, as well as I believe last session also was a little bit brief, because, you know, as has been usual for the last few months, my brain has not been in the best position. But right now I'm feeling okay, so knocking on wood immediately. And that's, of course, okay as I can be with an off and on headache from the fucking rain. So, it's funny. I love the rain. I love the smell. I love the relaxing sound. But lately, it just really doesn't love me.
Same. I get pressure headaches.
Yeah.
If it could be consistently rainy, that'd be fine. But the problem is, it's never consistent rain.
Yeah, when it fucking oscillates and therefore fucks with the head.
Yeah.
Oscillate's not the right word, but this would, you know, things. All right. And,
It could be
okay.
the right word.
Amber then did promptly answer to my message, which was, no, we all got COVID. Feel like I got run over by a bus.
Oh, so it is that whole body ache,
Yeah.
pain, sensitivity. Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. When I got it, I couldn't even drive myself to the urgent care clinic. Had to get my mom to. I was at work and had to go home.
Okay, is it a little bit mean that I just sent Amber a gif of the magic school bus?
No.
It feels a little bit fucked, but I'm not undoing it. All right.
Cruising up down Main Street is the perfect thing to do.
Okay, well,
On the magic school bus.
all the same, valid recaps. And then, you know what, Megan? Do you have that book of roleplay questions near you?
You mean my little box of roleplay questions?
Yes.
I do.
And
I
again,
did pull a card
especially for the
last
sake of
time.
getting back into the headspace for so long of a gap, answering them in character will earn you an extra D6 inspiration.
If you were going to have a cocktail as a character, what kind of cocktail would your character have and why? Like, what would they be and why? Not what kind of liquor they would like, what kind of cocktail it would be. The question is, what
Meaning
kind of
liquor plus
cocktail would
mixer
it
or
be?
liquor plus chaser or liquor plus all three.
Yeah. I think Angel would be a cross between rum chata and fireball.
You can just put fireball in the rum chata, you psycho.
Maybe I want it.
Or split the
Maybe.
difference and make rum chata with spiced rum.
No, just gonna do rum chata and fireball specifically to make horchata.
Drink too much of it and you wildly misspell horchata with a WH at the front.
And what is
I got one margarita. Gonna open my legs.
the roleplay question?
The roleplay question was if your character were to have a favorite cocktail, not just a liquor by itself, but a liquor plus mixer or liquor plus chaser, a favorite cocktail, what would that be?
I know what Violet would be.
What would Violet's be?
Violet would be a blueberry honey mead or blueberry honey rum.
He said a cocktail, not a.
That,
wine.
that's just a flavor of mead, honestly.
No. Over. I'm not done. In a slush
Mhm.
with a twist of lime on the top.
So Violet's getting fucked up on spring break. Gotcha.
That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
And again, answering them in character, fully in character, earns brownie points. You did answer those in third person, so you don't get the D6s, unfortunately. But
Oh my goodness! I don't get a D6 when I have like 40 D20s under my
those
belt.
D6s can be added to anything. That's the benefit of those. Even damage.
Okay, Joe. Okay.
It's all
I'm
good.
just saying.
No, I get it.
Given that for just about everything, I've just been self-inserting my tastes for Avery. It's probably a pina colada.
That's totally fair. Would you like to answer that in character, Xavier, to get your
Oh,
bonus?
well, first give her the opportunity.
Fair. Megan, would you like to re-answer that question in character?
Okay.
Everybody's wiped. Sometimes half the instructions go in one ear, then the other half gets stopped at the door. It's like reading a
So,
word
White
math
and
question.
blonde.
I would be a cross between rum cheddar and fireball, because I like to cast fireball. Screw you, I'll cast fireball.
Fair enough.
But I do it with my breath, so I can even do it in dance pose.
So you said breath, my brain heard something else, and I was concerned. My brain just immediately shot to a specific scene from Austin Powers.
I just keep seeing that dance that they do during that do 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 do, and then fireball, and then they're just being a bunch of dragon breaths all at the same time, like a chain.
Fair.
How did my brain just mix up Fireball and Tequila? Are they read the same?
Tequila.
Eh,
No, tequila is different.
Fireball's a crappy whiskey. Tequila is a completely different thing. It's derived from agave.
No, yeah, I know what they are, but the songs, I was mixing up the songs.
I mean, you might as well. You might as well like your whiskey needed that.
There's also a really, really cool like trumpet song about whipped cream. I might add whipped cream on top of that.
True.
Because then you know,
Eh,
that sounds so great.
if I'm
Now we're gonna be
drink,
right.
I think what I like is pina colada.
Fair and valid. And if
And
that is a
I
new
would
note
be-
for your character and their preferences as well, feel free to write it down. Because it's
I
always a
would
fun
be
little
a-
nugget to add in.
I would be a blueberry mead slush, blueberry honey mead slush, close to a rum kind of clearness in a
Fair.
slush.
And while
With a
in
twist of
today's
lime.
day and age we use really weird off chemicals to make alcohol into a slush by itself, in a world like D&D, all you need to do is harvest a little bit of monster slime, and there you go.
They have really expensive meads, like really good meads.
Who
And then,
has
of
good
course,
mead?
Same
will send you
question
a link.
over to
I'll send you the
Venestra.
link.
What cocktail would be largely considered Venestra's favorite?
No, what cocktail would she be, Joe?
What cocktail would she be?
That's
Oh.
what the question was.
Vinestra said, doesn't drink alcohol, so none, and refuses such and would decline such an offer.
A mocktail still
No,
counts.
no. It's what would you be? What kind
What
of
I
cocktail
have written
would
down
you
is
be?
if you were to have a favorite cocktail, what would it be?
I misunderstood the question then. If you were to become a personification of a cocktail, then, I suppose.
Yes. So if they were going to make a character cocktail for you, what would you be?
I don't have an answer for that.
If we were to smash cut to Brendan Lee Mulligan's fucking Game of Thrones
I don't
Candyland
drink,
setting,
so
and
I
everybody
have no
is from the
clue
liquor
and think
lands.
it's a dud question.
I mean, a mocktail still fits, which is basically a non-alcoholic version of a lot of those things.
My
You're
brain can't
calling
compute
Venestra a
this.
Shirley Temple? Venestra is not a Shirley Temple. Venestra is the spiciest of drinks.
This must be just like my autistic literal brain getting in my way, but I cannot picture translating a human psyche into a cocktail.
I can do it
These
for
are two
you.
very different things in my head, and I can't draw the
I can-
overlaps.
I can do it for you. Ready?
Yes.
Avery is the equivalent of absinthe on fire. You definitely see
So,
that green
just
fairy.
An explosion?
No. Absinthe, when it's set on, like, and you put the sugar cube on it and you set it on fire, like, burns this beautiful color of, like, fluorescent green and purple.
Vinestra said, someone else doing it defeats the point.
No, but I know exactly what Venestra would be! Just by description alone, because I wish I could drink that kind of thing.
It still
But
doesn't
my-
make sense to me, but I'll let you do that for me.
Let it be known now in canon that Angel
I
wishes she
don't
could
know,
drink
'cause I
Venestra.
don't drink.
I don't think I could drink Venestra, but I know what she would be.
Maybe is she a glass of water?
She is a tall glass of water. There you go.
Fair enough. You know what? That's valid.
Hold on, I'm turning from my camera so I can look up something.
If it's mineral water, it's technically a mixture.
Mm.
True. And if it's anything even that requires distillation, I'd say that's close enough to alcohol, even if it doesn't necessarily get an ABV. ABV. Blah, blah, blah.
Alcohol doesn't come from the distillation process, it comes from the process before that.
Yes, indeed.
You know what it reminds that when you just said that joke, all I heard was ABB. Gonna link this over to Brick. Bow, bow, bow.
Although,
Go, Brick.
if we're going strictly based off of fermentation as well, kombucha, I suppose, might count.
Kombucha isn't that similar to mead, just without any back sweetening?
I mean, kombucha isn't even an alcohol, but it's like fermentation shy of actually growing any alcohol compounds.
Oh.
And it's considered a health drink, good for your gut.
Oh, so like maybe it's like the mead just like a day after it started fermenting, where it's almost it's really, really sweet.
Kinda. Let me
But
double check the facts so that I'm not
carbonated.
fucking this up.
There you go, Brick.
It's mead.
Yeah, it's
make different types of
fermented
mead.
effervescent black tea.
They make different types if you look at the shop.
That then is introduced with other spices and other sort of flavoring elements to add to it. But yeah, no, it definitely considered it great for gut health, among a number of other things.
What is mead?
Mead is honey wine.
Did you see their shop? They have a lot more than just that.
Yeah.
I just shared a website with Brick that I wish I could actually.
All good. All the same, getting away from the D&D questions, which I'd say
You ready?
even just with alternates showing up. And hey, still the answer of can't really think of one is still an answer. So, everybody gets their inspiration die. Let's get going. Let's get moving. Let's get rolling. As I believe I made sure to end off and start up a new day before going on that vacation. So let me double check my calendar to see where we are. I believe today starts the day of erudition.
Which is?
Day of erudition is the celebration of self of current generation.
I need to find the calendar. I've saved it somewhere.
Just a reminder, of course, after the end of the Festival of Knowledge, the mental stat bumps that came with it will come undone.
That's fine. There's a shadow on the wall. Stay calm, stay calm. There's a ringing in the hall. Stay calm, stay calm.
So, I will say this broadly rather than calling out a specific turn here first. Morning comes, the smell of breakfast, morning dew, and sounds of activity begin to filter through the halls and filter through the walls as all of you steadily come to consciousness, some of you earlier than others as per the necessity of raising your children. As you all finally steadily gather back down toward the kitchen table, that sort of common meeting place before all of you go about your tasks. Is there anything each of you would like to discuss with each other as you gather up?
You said the day of erudition?
Yep, erudition.
Erudition. Okay, so the 15th.
He really doesn't have anything to talk about other than I'm being drained dry.
Well, there is that, but then there's also bigger plans and things like that to make sure that you guys nail down. Especially once the festival ends, you got to move a lot of dwarves across the ring.
It's 3 more days after the thing. We have after the festival, we have a couple more days, and then we're going because it's
Okay.
that was the plan. Was to make sure that they had their stuff because they were also selling wares while they were there because they hadn't been able to sell anything.
And they have been selling things. So, major plans, preparations, things that you all would like to go over with each other while you are here and present. As morning light steadily begins to filter in soft blues and the light crest of early pinks in this northern region, where mornings stay dark for still a decent amount of time.
Are Angel's parents already there considering they went home and then came back?
Oh, yes. But before we address that, this is about discussing things with, strictly speaking, each other, if you have anything to talk about.
I get that, Joe, but like this is a festival, and Angel doesn't get very many festivals with her kids, so she's probably gonna be hyper focused on that. She's gonna look over a brick and say to not brick. She's gonna look over Aver. Over to say, so I'm sorry for you having to dig into my brain yesterday. So
You have nothing to be sorry about. This was purely consensual.
I just feel really bad because my brain was like a train wreck. Waiting to happen. Just waiting to happen.
We both accepted the risks going in. There's nothing to apologize for.
Thank you.
So what are your plans today?
I'm planning on spending time with my siblings because I don't get to very often, and apparently they grew up faster than I wanted them to.
That sounds like a good plan. Got no idea where my siblings are right now.
Can you send out like a beacon? Tell them where you're at?
They're not psionics. Not that I know of.
We do have the blood map. She pulls out the blood map. I could. You put your blood on this map when we started the campaign. Or whatever.
Well, when we started the campaign, I was, as a player, still trying to get a feel for what is all going on, because I was literally dropped from the sky into this. So
Also
I was
fair.
just kind of going along with whatever everyone told me to do, until y'all tried to grope me, and that was weird.
No, that was weird. I have Angel's like, get away from the boy. Leave him alone. Here's some clothes so they leave you alone.
And of course, as a reminder for the function of the day of erudition, it is about learning and exchanging knowledge amongst each other, amongst peers, amongst people of common age. Learning what you can of and from each other. Hence why today's buff is all about charisma, because of that sort of immediate sense of exchange.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the blood map first and pull up.
Is this charisma buff?
Yep.
So
18
we're
or
gonna
higher
try
is a
to
plus
see if we
4. 17 or lower is a plus 2. Continue.
Joe, I'm trying to pull up my stuff.
I understand.
17 or higher?
So I pull out the blood map and I pull it open to the plaintiff's area. And I say Avery's name.
Okay. Looking around and about for the kin of Avery Starling.
Mm-hmm.
Which, at least in terms of strong enough markers to denote immediate kin, you find no markers but Avery's own material plane.
What if I move over to the plane of the changelings? Because my brain is fried.
Moving over to Salai, which is one of a few planes where they seek refuge. You also find no moats.
Can I just flip through the planes to see if there's anything there?
Roll me an investigation check. As usually, at least with deceased immediate kin, there is sort of a more rust-colored marker that does show up. And so far, you haven't even found those.
But I also have the 5 other rings on this thing. That's why the other things I can look at. I can't look at other worlds necessarily yet, because we don't have that extended yet.
And Avery, you do have your hand up.
Yes, you told me what the buff was, but Megan was talking over you at that point, so I didn't quite catch it. Higher than 17 is plus 2 charisma?
So, 18 or higher is plus 4. Which is going to put the bard on steroids. 17 or lower is a plus 2.
It's my job
Okay, thank you.
to be a pain in the butt. So, a 19 with my investigation, which plus is a plus 6 right now, plus 7.
Okay, plus 7, so 26. Flipping through each of the pages, trying to look through various planes to see what you can find, any sort of colored motes and dots sort of matching Avery's direct descriptor. Astral Sea, nothing. Solai, a key refuge point, nothing. The Feywild, another key refuge point, nothing. Flipping through over and over, trying to find a stable plane, a stable location where they can be located. You find nothing over and over and over, until finally flipping through sort of the sub-index with pocket dimensions and domains external from Zaria but still bound to it. You find their motes faded, not rusted, which usually indicates some kind of stasis
I don't like that.
in Menidna's vault.
Avery?
This page also did not previously exist. People being able to see the contents of that vault in any remote sense was not possible. This is a new page.
So Angel uses this blood map on Avery and doesn't immediately see any direct relatives, but then finds what in where?
Finds them
Menidna's
on
vault.
the sub-index of planes that are bound to Zaria but not directly attached to the ring structure, and in this case it is Menidna's vault.
One of the most dangerous places on the freaking...
Depending on who you ask, it's either the most dangerous or the most safe. Menidna is the gatekeeper of the Ring of Zaria, or in other words, the Great Old One that holds ownership over the ring.
Okay, so found them on a sub-index of planes that are bound but not directly connected to Zaria, particularly Menidna's vault. How do you spell Menidna?
M-A-N-I-D-N-A.
M what?
M-A-N-I-D-N-A. Menidna.
You last
Okay,
time,
cool. I actually got it
last
right.
time you spelled it M-N-I-D-A.
Oh, that's right.
With an N.
Menidna, without the A. To make it complicated and alien, but yeah. Menidna.
M-N-I-D-N-A.
Okay, cool. I almost.
Menidna. It's written on all of my stuff as that. So if you screw me over, jar me open.
I will not.
Well, if
ever
it's a text
tell
file, you
where
can
I-
just select and replace it.
No,
And I will not ever tell
this is
where I got
written
that
on
name
everything.
inspiration from. For anyone to know, they'd have to know my music tastes.
I have no idea. I'm tired, Joe.
It's all good.
My brain go burn.
But today is about focusing on a festival.
I don't know if I want to yell at him today. He's probably protecting your family. It's too many voices, though. I have a migraine from yesterday.
Yeah, notably, they are changelings, and you did request of Benigna to protect them. To protect changelings, I should say. So this may have something to do with that, and you did only specifically focus on Avery.
Yes, but I said it specifically to keep an eye on them.
Wait, sorry. His
Not
siblings are not changelings. He was the only changeling in his family.
That's why I'm saying
Blech.
Menidna is keeping an eye on all the changelings, so technically an eye
That-
would appear on like half of the people.
That actually was a mental slip on my end that fucked up that bit of lore. Hold on. I gotta re-roll where the fuck they are. Because I could justify why they're in that vault, but no.
Yeah, my siblings are humans.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
Yeah, no, the changelings are not necessarily protected like that, Joe.
Yeah.
Because they need to be protected in that war. That's why I'm having him keep an eye on things.
Yep.
Because I told him that's where everything's going sideways.
Okay, honestly, that makes a bit of sense. You see their dots currently vibrant, lively, and bright red in color. Currently kind of poking about in the Tulgalin Islands.
I don't have a tree there. I do have a way to get there. You want to see your siblings, I can take you to see them. Would it be Blue taking you, not me?
I don't know. I'm not too skilled at rekindling old connections.
Neither is Blue. She fights with her fists.
Based on that coloration, though, it does indicate that they are safe.
But if you really want to, have a moment with them, sending Blue with you is a really costly. You hear Angel just like giggle. It's one of those moments of it will be explosive and glorious. It's one of those moments of like, you want anybody beat up? She's the one to do it. That's what the voice sounds like. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, I've lost the notes on how many siblings, older, younger, and what my relationships are with them. So
You lost them somewhere in your stuff?
yeah.
But didn't you want to see your dad or your mom or something? Joe, you still have his notes, right?
We were told to look for my dad at the Rusted Peaks.
Yes, we were. Angel's also kind of dealing with her
Father
brain.
disappeared when Avery was about 7.
I mean, it's really warm and tropical there.
Oh, now it's letting me scroll that box. That's great. Here's my notes on the siblings. But if I remember correctly, it was kind of whack. Eldest sibling hates me. Second eldest friendly, alive and well. Third eldest is friendly to me. So this is where I got a little confused last time I read this. It says I am the youngest of 3 siblings.
Yes.
And then it lists 3 siblings other than me.
So there'd
that
be
would be 4
so you would be 4
siblings.
siblings. No. There wouldn't be 4 siblings. There'd be 3 siblings plus you.
Yeah, I think the
Doesn't make sense.
intended
So
implication
it
of
would
that
be
phrasing
youngest
was...
of 4 siblings.
Yes, the youngest 4. So that's messed up somehow.
I think the intended implication of that phrasing, or at least where my brain went before it got caught, was youngest with 3 siblings, not of. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Yeah, they're all alive and well, but one has relationship difficulties, which I think is kind of a strange detail to include there. But
I'm letting you
it
know that Blue is
seems-
sitting across from the table. This is the first time you see the fairy, who's literally an archfey with her ears really tall at this point.
Yeah, and it seems the trio are poking around in that sort of archipelago.
I'm letting you know this is one of those like it's like the Inosuke fight. Fight no. Fight no. Fight.
But what if I want to fight? Come on,
Oh, fight.
let's fight.
I'm letting you know this like as you see Blue's ear just literally lift up. We're going for a fight. Fights are great.
my favorite moment is when he got his replacement sword and immediately started chipping at it in front of the sword maker.
And they were like, ah!
You're like, yeah!
And it wasn't the original guy who got angry. It was the other guy who's super calm and sweet.
It's like, you brutalist motherfucker. If you want a sawtooth sword, just let us forge one for you. Fuck.
Well, then now they knew it to do it next time. He did break them again. He still had to go back and get them fixed. Good God, Inosuke, for all that sawing.
I mean, this whole fighting style is make it hurt.
I'm letting you know, this is the first time, Avery, that you noticed the little blue fae with her long ears and her hair cut surprisingly like into like a Viking braid, like all the way back like this. And it's just like with her sides completely buzzed like flat almost. And they're done with like little flowers on each side because she's actually like supposed to be like sugar spice. So she's spice. Get it? She's spice. Do you spice? She's the answer to you. Do you spice?
This is Angel I'm looking at?
No, this is across the table. You see Blue for the first time, literally with two of Angel's children feeding them, and her. You see,
yeah.
it's like Inosuke. It's like the Inosuke fight. It's like you
I
see
was
the
wondering
eyebrows.
who
Like
Blue was in your name. I was.
she's an archfey.
God.
The
She's
backup
like- it's
character she
literally like-
made before she made Violet, and kind of a short-lived role play through that one, honestly.
I am letting you know that Blue is a tank, and we leave her there because she will take out a whole force by herself.
It seems after watching some Demon Slayer, you got a little more inspired to play a little bit more Blue.
I know, no. She's just got the Inosuke ears. Like, you can see the ears pointing up and, like, the whole look of, like, we're gonna go for a fight. She looks over at Avery. It's like, she's like, please. It's like the eyes of please. Fight? Fight would be great. I want to fight in the hot sun. Sweat dripping down my skin. Blood everywhere.
Avery just does the.
That's Blue.
Just uncomfortable glances.
One thing notably also that Farah does approach the table, lays down a long roll of neutral brown paper, looks like almost butcher's paper, and then sets a couple of wrapped up and sealed boxes in that very same paper in front of Avery and in front of Angel. I'd say holidays befit a religion check, honestly, to recall accuracy of them, especially given that this is technically a religious holiday, in case anybody would like to, I guess, recall in character what the hell this is.
I think Angel would know what it is, but, like, just off the top of her head. But the whole problem is she goes, ¿Qué es esto, mama? What is this?
She sets it down, silently nods with a half smile, and walks away.
Damn it.
9 plus 12, 21.
21. Yeah, no. You have distinctive memories of this particular thing from childhood. As again, it was still kind of locked into categorically like age ranges and age groups for this. But one of the traditions for the Day of Every Edition, especially given it's a celebration of an exchange of knowledge between people in your sort of peer group, is kind of a bit of a Secret Santa kind of thing, where you put something conducive to your knowledge, your skill set, something useful to learning it. You put it in a box, and you give it to somebody. And the fun part of it is, like, you don't have to let them know it's from you, so you can give it to somebody else to then give it to them. Hence it being a bit of a Secret Santa situation.
How many boxes did I get?
You got the one, Avery got the one.
Withholding
For
of
now.
knowledge is a fun part of this festival of knowledge.
Yeah. Kind of ironic.
Blue's like, do you want to... Blue looks up at me and goes, what voice did I use for Blue? Was it the Irish one?
I believe so. It was a while ago.
I
And
don't
notably, by the way, Lillian walks in and hands a brown wrapped paper box over to Venestra. And then just saunters away.
I'm gonna stunt.
It might be from Lillian, it might not be. But nonetheless, it is there.
She's like, Blue looks over at Avery and is like, so with this family that you have, this family that you have, would you like me to go and pick him up and bring him here? She had Cockney accent, that was what it was.
Well, to finish my description real quick before you guys get into roleplay, I am sorry. Each of these boxes are uniform in their size and shape, each about a foot by a foot, with about 4 inches of depth. Now continue. Just wanted to put that visual plainly in each of your minds. Now continue.
I think she asked Avery if she wants to bring the family that she discovered here, and the answer is no, not really.
I can be discreet about it.
No, there's really no need. No.
Well, my siblings are here, so I was gonna ask if you wanted any of those.
One of them just hates me to begin with. The other two parted a long time ago, and I'll see them when I see them. I don't care about rushing that.
Discreet in the way you're describing is kidnapping, as Zarissa drops a box of the same size, same wrapped paper on top of the comparatively incredibly tiny Blue.
I take remark to that. I take remark to that. I
And
mean,
she
we could go
saunters
to the
off.
fights. Avery, we could go to the fights, and it would be fun.
Listen to me. No.
To be fair, there is precedent of some martial artists using this holiday as an excuse for fighting pits as, an exchange of
Oh, come on.
combative knowledge, usually through concussions.
Come on, Murphy.
And lost
With
teeth.
this equal blood.
Hey, oh, I got an idea. Hey, Aegis.
No, I will put a hole through that thing. You do not want me fighting it.
Oh, and you won't through me? He's a lot tougher than... Wait, no, he's not. He should be, but he's not.
Vinestra said. Vinestra's going to look over the box she got.
You're going to choose to open it now?
I'm gonna open mine in a minute. Just letting you know, Blue wants to have out this conversation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. While Aegis turns his head curiously toward Blue, Vinestra, you gently or aggressively, whichever way it happens to be, open your box. From Lilin, her skill set is honestly a little bit similar to what kind of you and Amira are rocking with, although notably as you open it, this definitely is not from Lilin. As you find a series of smaller baked goods and muffins, and a small, very small in its size relative to your hand, cookbook. Written as far as you can tell in halfling script.
Oh my god, one of the halflings. One of the many halflings.
Which, to be fair, is just really, really heavily calligraphied common. Halflings in this setting make a point of being a little extra. But it's so artistically overdone that it is arguably a completely separate written language.
Vinestra said, Vis just going to eat the baked goods and look at Blue. Whoever was mentioning fighting.
Right as Avery momentarily deposes. Yes, the very
I'm
large
really-
character takes interest in what the very small character is.
And Blue looks inside of the box. It's a very
Okay.
big book.
Blue. You open your box to find... Yeah, this is absolutely from Zarissa. As you find a pair of... notably small 2 blues size and scale kukri knives with knuckle handles to allow them to function as punch daggers,
Right.
as well as insoles for foot wraps and shoes to allow for, at least based on the small note you see in there, supposedly a softer step.
Everyone's gonna die. Everyone is gonna die. It's gonna be great.
What's her role here?
What?
What is your... Why are you here? Why...
I drink and I know things and I fight things.
And Nick walks over and deliberately ruffles Blue's hair. She's also a bit of an impromptu babysitter when Piper fails.
You trust your kids with her?
Shockingly,
Anyone
Just
yes.
said everything's going to die.
She doesn't
And
do
you
it
trust
around.
your kids with her.
Okay, consider that most of my kids are cosmically magical powerhouses that need to be properly raised and controlled lest they become just a walking disaster to roll across the ring.
You're not wrong.
I
So
think
she
a firm...
says everything's going to die, but she means something different. I'm so this creature confuses me.
If your kid was a sleeper agent assassin, would you prefer a common nanny or someone with a really firm and skilled hand to handle them?
A skilled, firm hand, not a murderous hand.
She's
Anyone who touches those kids dies.
Not a bloodlusty hand.
not aimlessly bloodlusty. Anyway, I gotta go bang my wife.
Wait, it's not?
You,
That's
come
what
here.
it was coming.
Absolutely not. I'm busy opening my box.
And we're about to get busy with me opening your box.
No, I have to open the box first. I have to send off my box.
Open it while we walk.
No.
Fine, I'll sit here. You can sit in my lap while you open your box.
Okay, open the box.
Okay. You open the box.
Remember what I was looking for.
To find, weirdly enough, a set of smaller formed glass lenses, some glass cutting tools, and bits of spool and wire. While it does not denote specifically who it is from, it is a spectacle making kit.
I do have an ocular guy in the house.
Yes, you do.
Do I look for a signed note? Is there a note?
They don't have to be signed.
Damn it!
But a kit like that is a primer that you can use to learn proficiency with that tool set. Back to the conversations, if you choose.
So Blue looks up at Avery. Sure, we're gonna go fight. We have fights today. Like really good ones. Should I share? You seem very perturbed, Miley. I'm going to let you know my skill set. I drink and I punch people's faces in.
You've made that very clear.
Oh, yes. But my whiskey is way too strong for anyone who'd actually humanly drink. You will technically die if you drink what I drink.
Cool. I'm gonna walk away.
So... What is he again? She looks over at Angel. You offered to go see his family. He's not comfortable with his adult siblings. If you want to go punch a hole in them, you need to at least get permission to go punch a hole in them. I don't necessarily have to have permission, especially if they treat him as bad as they do, and he's a nice guy. So, just saying. I think whatever simply hurt his heart deserves a punch in the face.
I don't think any of them hurt me. I'm on good terms with two of them.
No, I'm just talking about whichever one did it, considering that you're really antsy about it. But you know, I have really
don't
good
care
siblings.
This isn't a matter of the relationship I have with them. It's a matter of I just don't care to bring family into this situation, into the scope of my life right now.
Is it because of your thing? She like gestures to your body.
No, it's because family in general is kind of a pain, but I deal with it when it comes around.
She looks over at Snips. I have good sisters, so I can't really say anything.
I have
But-
brothers, but I just like being away from them.
To her, that doesn't make sense. I'm letting you know her face goes, okay. To each your own. I'm letting you know she walks off completely confused, carrying one of the babies over her shoulder.
I'm letting you know above table that family dynamics can look just about anyway, and that's how Avery and I actually both look at family. We deal with it when we have to, but I'd rather not.
I know, but the whole thing for her is like her actual name comes from Snips and Snails and Puppy Dog Sales are part of the other half of the trio. So it's
Sugar and spice
girls and
would be
boys.
nice.
That's right. So that's why hers she's Spice. So she's blue. And she's like literally blue saffron. Like that's what her nickname is for. So that's why her entire body is blue.
Got it.
Family bonds are bound to that character, I should say. So that's why at least she finds the way you interact with it confusing. That's just a difference between characters.
Got it.
She doesn't think it's anything bad. She thinks it's just fairly different. And it's a little bit perturbing, so she's gonna have to go think about it, considering all of her siblings are really nice.
Fair.
So she's like really confused there for a minute. She's like, this is not like why that was, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's got to
It's
go
very
and give.
much I like them, I love them, I like them in extreme moderation, but yeah.
Exactly. So it's for Blue. It's I love my siblings. I don't understand this. I feel really bad that he doesn't love his siblings like I love mine. I mean, but we slept in the same cradle for our whole lives, so I
Wait a
can't really
minute,
say
I'm just
anything.
realizing that I'm a psionic. I chose psionic because I could share feelings.
Blue, I'm not saying Blue is gonna let you into her head after being in hell for a while or the abyss for a while. She had a really hard time.
Well, if it's not like I was just gonna barge in, it would obviously come after consent.
Oh no, I know, but I'm just letting you know. You can approach her with it later, but she's probably gonna be a little weirded out. Also, you might see blurry things and smell booze for like 3 days. So, considering she is an archfey. She's an archfey of drinking. That's what she is. She drinks and she punches things. She's a drunken monk.
Does it have to be 2 ways? I thought it could just be a one-way transmission.
Would it be a one-way transmission with an archfey? Yeah.
Depends on if they detect that sort of peek in through the window. Which usually detection really only becomes an issue with supremely powerful archfey that have a trait that allows them to see it, or if there's a push and then you win against the saving throw.
Oh, okay. Good. So then you might not get drunk, thank God. Because her drink is kind of like, you'll be drunk for days. It's
Proximity drunkenness really only is a factor if with a
her hair
lot
is
more.
actually.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, I'm only writing. I'm not reading for this.
No. I'm just letting you know she doesn't drink her drink in case she's gonna fight.
Yeah, and also
But she's-
contact drunkenness doesn't really. You need a little bit more than just a mental read for that.
No, yeah, she'd have to be drunk for a couple of days for that to actually happen.
You might be visually stuck with drunk goggles a little bit. That's about as much as you'd get from mental. Oh, where did the TTS go?
I'm letting
Did
you
it
know, Blue
break?
looks up at Vanessa.
It might have broke.
Vanessa, she looks over. Do you like a good fight? Because I really do like a good fight, but some people don't like
Oh,
fighting.
TTS spot just went offline. Fuck. Okay.
Well, that's lovely.
Well, we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. I can enjoy sparring, saith the Venestra.
I can kiss him breaking someone's teeth. Sparring's fun though. We could do that. We haven't done it in a while. Oh no, we did it with Thor last week. That sucked. I broke his guitar. really guilty. I don't mind a good spar, but I would also like to go make money.
Yeah, which a town this isolated, you're not going to get much in the way of coin for
I know. That's why she's like, I
combative
want to take
bouts.
a trip. That's why she was offering to go to the two Islands, because there's a big old fighting ring there.
Yeah,
It's
you'll
like,
have to go on
we
a bit
go
of a
for a
field
fight?
trip to go somewhere of substance for like a decent fight.
Well, she has
And I'm not saying you
teleportation.
can't go there. It's
To the
just
fight ring.
don't bring the people back to me.
Although going a little bit more directly south, Noroth, especially with how combative a lot of those people are, would be a pretty decent place for coin with that kind of thing as well. You'd be staying in the cold, of course, but
I love the cold.
at least there'd be more trees.
Nestra says, I suppose not like much else is going on. I'll join you.
Oh, we're gonna go fight something.
Okay, just to be clear, I don't have a map prepared for that, so it'll be a theater of the mind arena battle. Are we okay for that? Okay with it?
I don't care as long as she gets to fight something. If you're gonna bring Blue into it, she's got to get drunk.
Absolutely.
That's how Blue works. And since I am like sun drunk, this would be okay.
I thought that all like drunken fighters kept like a magical flask of endless booze on them at all times.
No.
She does. She has one around her neck.
Most will seek out finding one because it makes keeping your abilities up easy. But otherwise, it's just a roleplay opportunity to buy the bar, so to speak.
I'm letting you know this one
Or
doesn't
steal
need
from
one.
it.
She has a canister of unlimited booze. That she
Yeah,
carries
decanter
with
of
her.
endless, safely consumable alcohol was a bit of a journey to create because they don't naturally happen. If I actually recall correctly, that is Blue's vestige.
It is Blue's vestige, and it is.
It's a little more
completely-
magically potent than otherwise.
Oh, it'll kill people. It'll
Yeah.
kill people, Joe. That's what the whole point was. If somebody drinks that, it's poison. It's
Yep.
little poison.
Pick your poison, pick mine.
For getting technical, all alcohol is poison. Just take it in moderation and don't die.
Yeah,
She's gonna transport to the big red ship because she does have a.
I drank a couple of
transport
booze balls
bracelet.
once and gave myself alcohol poisoning. It was great.
She does have a transport bracelet for the big red ship.
Oh! So just flat teleport to the arena in the Tolgolan Islands. I mean,
Mhm.
let's just be clear. Are you sure you want to go straight from dry cold to humid warm fuck?
Yeah. Blue actually kind of thrives in that kind of stuff.
Fair enough.
You ready to go, Vinistra? One of the big red ship. But it takes about 6 hours for it to recharge, so we can get back again.
Yeah, which to be fair, there may be some more fighting oriented. Oh, it's
Vinistra
back.
said, let's go.
Yes!
There may be some more fighting oriented communities in the little island continent of Kirin somewhere. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
But there hasn't
Oh,
been
yeah,
much
but-
exploring in that regard to know fully kind of where that's spread out. This is definitely a remote place among remote places.
Well, it'd probably be in the Underdark in that area.
Possibly, yeah.
So she's going to hop over there, considering she's very excited to go to the big red ship, and she does get first turns on fights or choices for
Okay.
combatants, considering she does have a huge reputation at the big red ship.
And notably, while usually teleportation is a very sort of elastic experience and a sudden just wash of magic, using the bracelet to go to the big red ship, as you turn sort of the gem and turn it over on your wrist, you watch as the gem lights up and then fires down a series of runes in a circle right immediately around the ground beneath you and forms a temporary teleportation circle spontaneously as it lights up bright crimson red and pulls at the very least you and Vinister through. That spell, as it is teleportation circle, does last for 6 seconds in case anybody else would be keen on following through. And a certain green-colored forest spirit does promptly take the opportunity to chase through.
So Riss is going with us. We get to fight things.
She's been a little bit bored in this cold as fuck place. Less, problem people in the bar to beat the fuck out of.
Oh, it's because everybody's. I mean, she had the first couple of days with all the dwarves and them like getting rowdy, and then they're after like the third day, they're like chill.
Yet notably, a dwarf that was holding onto her tail also followed its way through.
Great. All right, I get first choice some fights. We're gonna go find the giant beholder that runs part of this area. It's either a beholder or a. What was the last time? It was a minotaur, I think.
And sometimes there's a bit of a seasonal rotation based on who's available staff as well.
We'll see.
Right now it is mid-spring, and mid-spring comes with it a number of sinus ailments. So we'll see.
Literally, it's like constantly rubbing her nose. Too many pollens. Have to adjust.
Given also that this town is absolutely modeled off of flower structure, yeah.
And
Going
it
immediately
takes
from fucking cold to... Yep, that's the wrong playlist. Coastal, floral, salty, humid, and sunny as shit. Welcome to the Tolgolan Islands, and welcome to the island of Lilu.
I'm letting you know. You see literally Blue like, I gotta adjust my nose. She's literally taking the middle part of her nose.
The market structure, particularly in mid-spring, or actually I think it's getting into late spring, really. Yes, late spring with this month. A lot of trade commerce going on, and in particular, especially now that you're in a proper city complex, the amount of Vulcan decoration for the Festival of Knowledge is absolutely fucking everywhere. Platinum streamers, platinum lighting, platinum fucking confetti that seems to be almost falling, dissipating, and then resetting itself almost like a steady snowfall through the open and well-lit tropical streets.
Just so you know, this place is one of the. She looks over at Vanessa and she goes, "This is one of the only places where all of the gods can be in one place at one time, on the entire ring, right here. Also, all the Fae in one place. So Tao doesn't mess with the power vortex in this spot.
Largely
I think
because
it has to do with the fighter.
Yeah, and largely because in here it is under the pretense that they are here as audience and audience alone.
And usually each god would choose a champion, and there's usually like an active like person that sits on the edge, and they choose a champion, and that personal champion ends up fighting for whatever side that is at that time. So Volk will have like 3 or 4 champions during this year, I think. So we're gonna see who we get, because that's gonna be fun.
Notably, the bracelet has brought you a little further away from the big red ship than you normally are. It seems like, especially being present here and jumping in as much as you have, there is almost a deflecting like wave and magical pressure that you were immediately being met with here that might have almost pushed your teleportation off course and forced you to a little bit in some ways walk the streets, as you are still seeing a number of even just platinum draconic kites being flown through the air, among other things. Just as well, in the passing of decades and centuries since perhaps some of these players' last experience with the Tolgolan Islands, experimentation with airships, while still very much in its infancy, does seem to be, in
It's only been
large
2 years.
part...
2 years. 2 years since they started experimenting with it.
Right. While it's only been 2 years and it's still very much in its infancy, you can still see, kind of hovering among the skies, and painted platinum, of course, especially in celebration of the holiday, a number of smaller advancements that are taking place. For the most part, flying skiffs and sort of rowboats and a lot of sort of hot air balloons that are very much kind of present. The amount of visible, joyous celebration, and particularly very shiny and reflective celebration, especially as it catches the sunlight, is all over the place. There are shopkeepers that are each calling out your names, noticing, and really not making much of a big deal about this collection of adventurers that have teleported in. I mean, and also probably rightly assuming about where you're going, as you can even see a number of other pockets of varying armed and magically proficient individuals teleporting in along the streets, a little confused to note that they are a little far away from the fighting pit. But seeing just how many of them are steadily arriving here, all with a very similar idea, they're beginning to make sense of it.
Oh, it's because of the stupid skiffs, isn't it?
Attempts at creating lodestones can create some magical interference.
I'm going to have a word with the mistress of things.
When you're early
She's not
on
gonna
into
like
such
that.
intensive magical experimentation, there's always kinks to work out.
All right. Let's get up to the things and get the ticket booth. I'm letting you know, Blue is on a one-way ticket to basically what she wants. She's like, I want to use these new things that I just got, but probably shouldn't. I'm probably going to break someone's nose.
And Blue, as you float and flutter on by, you are immediately almost cut off by a passing, blitzing pixie that's kind of trying to get through to another market stall. And in the pass, in that sort of slow motion detection of what she's doing, because you're a monk, you're fast as fuck, you are in excess of level 20. Speed and the way people move is, it's been altered in the way you see it, in large part because of just how fast you're able to move. And this pixie looks you dead in the eyes, carries another brown paper parcel, pulled it out of a fucking bag of holding that is maybe about the size of a dice bag. How the fuck she managed to stretch it that far, you don't know. Sets it in your arms as you are flying by, turns bright, vibrant green, and then just speeds off toward a market stall.
It's a green fairy. Never trust a green fairy.
A green pixie at that.
There's absinthe in this thing, probably. She's gonna put her head inside the bag and check it as she's flying because she knows where she's going.
And said that you weren't handed a bag, you were handed another paper box.
She opens the box.
And you find inside a green, vibrant bead-making kit. Sets of string and vibrant green beads.
Well, I know what I'm
For
gonna
smaller
do later.
instances of jewelry. Notably, there is a luminescent quality to those rocks.
That's gonna be fun. I know who I'm gonna make that for. She looks over at the other face, like fluttering master, and puts everything in her bag of holding.
And just to be absolutely sure, did Avery end up coming along to the island of Weevils?
To the hot and sweaty.
To Goblin
fire
Islands?
arena, no.
No, he's like, I'll stay in the cold. I want to know, can I see any of Avery's family? Considering I'm, what kind of vision she has as far as being able to see as an archfey?
Okay. One thing, notably, in my notes here, the notes on Avery's siblings are incomplete in the paper, and my brain has been fucked. If you could forward me the notes on that, Brick, just to be sure that I get these descriptions absolutely right. That would be helpful.
It's very, 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 very slim.
Slim is fine as long as it's got more details than blank lines.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, no, we're at the blank point.
Yeah. Come on.
But I think that because of Blue's ability to see all of her siblings and notice all the different instances and that kind of a thing, because of her vision, she'd be able to tell. Also,
Well, that's all
because
the
she can
info I
spell
still
them.
had. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, no, that's all we ever had.
In other words, in the blank marker here, I'm going to write down some lovely improvisations. As definitely I had not set up direct story content to hint at these guys being around yet. You reached out for it, so we're going to go ahead and do this now.
Well, I'm gonna punch people in the face. I
Yeah.
want to take Vanessa fighting. Blue is a very, very big fighter. She doesn't believe in killing directly. If they're going to die, they're going to die. But she
The
only
one that
kills
hates
evil
me, you do have permission to punch.
things. Really? I have permission? Yes.
It's just the one that hates me. And as long as you don't say that I gave you permission.
Oh no, I'm never gonna tell you that it happened. I'm letting you know it's gonna be one of those drunken. I was drunk. I don't remember what I did to them, and then when you meet them again, it's like that small blue fairy fucked up my life. What did you do?
Vinestra said, so no saying, Avery sends his regards.
Yeah, no, none of that.
Oh my god.
That's what I was saying. No, none of that.
Das Vidaniak.
You can
No,
punch if
that's-
it makes you feel good, but
Yeah.
and you have my permission to do that.
I don't think there was a stipulation on the genders of those siblings either, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that up on the spot
How
too.
big
and I'm
is
gonna be
Blue?
a couple inches,
Blue
right?
is half of angel size.
Oh yeah, so like a foot and a half, 18 inches.
Oh, she's only like a foot tall, I think. They have to only be within a foot, I think.
DM me back with the notes you come up with.
Yeah, and I will get that in a
so
sec.
Pixie Footlong.
Actually, as a matter of fact, we are just about at the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna call a break right here to give myself a little bit more time to do this, and also my eyeballs are floating. If you get what I mean. So, ba-boom.
Just don't.
Back from the break, is everybody here?
What?
I said, welcome back from the break. Is everybody here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alrighty. So, you said Blue specifically is going to be scanning around for any members of Avery's family. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
And this, I'm assuming at this point, is just kind of looking for any sort of physical similarities to Avery's, I'm assuming non-shifted form,
Oh yeah.
since they're human either way.
Whoa. With a natural 20.
Natural 20. About 4 groups ahead of you in line. You see a masculine figure of a fairly athletic build, whom in some of his softer facial features seems to mimic at least the more masculine edge to Avery's androgynous figure. He is a astonishing 6'5", sort of a naturally athletic build, though no strict tone or bulk seems to be plainly visible. On him, he seems to be wearing fairly simple clothes, though notably, his fists are fairly heavily scarred, as you can see from this distance, and he has wraps going down his hands and over his forearms.
Hold on, Joe.
Her connection bugged out.
She said hold on, so I'm assuming it was something else.
No, it was literally everybody froze. Everybody froze.
Okay.
Did you hear what I did said?
Yes, that there were wraps. That's where it got stopped.
Okay. Wraps that kind of wrap around his fingers and go down his forearms, though what is visible of his knuckles seem to be very heavily scarred. He definitely gives off the sort of plain visual of, at the very least, a sort of hobbyist street fighter from his visual, and he is still all the same, notably a couple of inches taller than Avery, and also his build makes Avery look like a wet scarf by comparison.
How possible is it, since I have the metal that I have, or the sway that I have, in order for me to get in the front of the line faster than that guy?
If you want to try to leverage it, I'd say give me a persuasion check. Notably, notably this figure is flanked, though facing away from you, by a woman with a sort of long, locked set of blonde hair that seemed to be only barely not covered by a sort of dark blue veil. And notably a fairly impatient individual just barely in front of him with very, very vibrantly, though notably, as there are bits of blonde that sort of peek through the edges, dyed purple hair in front of that figure.
I made a 23.
23 to leverage.
Yeah, but I have sway here, so I don't know.
Understandable.
Oh, wait a minute. With my charisma boost, considering I have a really high charisma roll for well.
You get a +4 to that stat, which makes for a +2 to any appropriate rolls with skill.
Okay.
Unless you have expertise with your persuasion, which for a monk seems
No.
weird. Okay, so
No.
+2.
She doesn't have expertise, but she has a plus 9. She's past 19, I think. At this point,
Okay.
I haven't leveled her, considering that even though she's still been leveling with everyone.
So either way, 25, which that was the DC for this. DC mainly because of just how crowded that line is and how many people are showing up and the fact that it's a holiday, where sway may not matter so much if it's really fucking crowded. It's like, yeah, we get it. You have sway here. There are so many people that I have to catalog. You're going to have to wait your turn like everybody else. You got a 25. And you approach...
The soda pop dance. You're all I can think of. Let's just go do the soda pop dance in the air.
You kind of beeline through the crowd, which notably a collection of these individuals do look fairly annoyed at you zipping by before you come up to this very... It's sort of an eel triton individual. She's, therefore very kind of a soft, moist colored skin to her with these sort of streaks of yellow that go down her face, and she opens her mouth with a wide-brimmed smile of these fine, toothpick-like, razor-sharp, needle-like teeth. Well, Blue, it's been a while.
See what? I recognize this person, yes. I know this person, yes. Or
Yes.
Are they new? Are they... Do you have a name for them?
Notably, she was a kid last time you saw her. This subspecies of triton seems to age pretty quickly. This is her name is very simply Villy.
Hey, Billy. And she puts her fist up to bump it. Bump the fist.
Yes.
Oh.
Which notably, as you pull your fist back, there's just a slick of, natural eel
Yeah, she
mucus
just
that
do
just
it.
kind of
She
comes
just
off
shakes
on
her
your hand. And there's this
She just
like
shakes her
light
hand.
tingling sensation like you just got a static shock.
Oh, that's fine.
Well, it's been a while since we've seen you. You seem to be rushing ahead of the line. Bit of a long line. It's a holiday, and therefore a holiday fight day. Holiday fight day? I don't... Look, words is not my strong suit.
Well, I really didn't have very much of it, much of a choice
The
because
common tongue
I
is a
brought
little
some- I
rough
brought
on
some-
my mouth. What's up?
I brought some people with me,
You did?
and I'm getting ready to go in there and fight some people.
Oh, did you make a
Okay.
reservation?
I don't have to make a reservation because she pulls out that silver medal that she carries around her neck all the time.
Yes, very
Nice.
nice. However, it does have caveats with holidays. But that said, look, it's been a while. And last time I talked to you, you gave me candy for the first time. It was very sour, very nice. And I was a child at the time. Turns out, certain acids in those candy did not interact very well with my biology. But nonetheless, I'll let it slide. It was still a nice gesture. How many people did you bring with you?
Just the three behind me, the dwarf.
There's a
and
lot of people
the big-
behind you. You jumped forward a lot of groups.
And the dragon, that big dragon lady up there. The dragon, the
Oh.
dwarf, and that green fey ringman right there.
The Green Fae, the dwarf, the dragon, and
That's it.
based on the collect... Okay, so the dragon alone, I feel like we could do some headlining with that.
I know, right?
Just based
Isn't
on
she
the
gorgeous?
size.
Isn't
She
she
is.
gorgeous?
Does she have a working pseudonym? We'll worry
No,
about
but
that
her name
later.
is-
I'll go ahead and expedite the process. Look, real quick, I'm just going to... She gets out a book stamp, scrapes it off, puts another bit of sponge on it, gets out a knife and starts to carve into it another pattern. Hold out your hand.
Puts her hand out.
And then she looks at the rest and proceeds to draw a couple of scratches onto the stamp before stamping it onto the back of your hand. And you feel yet again that light sort of eel-like tingle as the ink
that she used very clearly just ended up probably accidentally mixing with that sort of electric eel mucus. And as soon as it does, that mark appears on the backs of the rest of your hands. As notably, there are a series of 4 runes in that stamp, and each of you only account for 1 rune in your stamp to account for each of you. Before then, the sponge on the stamp disintegrates.
Now, I have a question. Do they still keep my box open? Because that's the one that always stays open for me.
Your box, the viewership one or the quarters?
The quarters, but considering that's one that is technically my space of living.
Okay, unfortunately, the viewership box that was filled. Just, restructuring and all that, and a lot of rush and a holiday. We didn't know if you were going to come along or not. You've been MIA for a little while. But the quarters, yes. I'll just have to...
Yes, but the quarters.
She
have a
whispers
view
something
of
into
the
a sending
ferry.
stone. You'll have to give us a few minutes, but it should be cleared out. It'll take you a few minutes to get up there anyway, so it'll work.
You let them go into my box.
No, nobody poked around.
You let them live in my house.
No.
She's like raises her eyebrow.
You are tiny. Your quarters didn't really take up much space. We turned it back into what it was for a while. It was a broom closet.
My quarters are not a broom closet.
Turned him to a
Top
broom.
floor. Considering I do underground fights, if you don't remember.
Whose room did we turn into a broom closet? Oh, right. Wait, whose paperwork do I have? She begins to look over the papers and just that flitting of paper wildly.
And
Okay,
just so
yeah,
you know,
no,
I was
that.
here last-
Oh,
I was here last
okay.
month.
Yeah, no, your stuff is fine.
Okay, good.
I might have just annoyed one of our headliners a little. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, you sure?
A little gnomish barbarian local to the area by the name of Oliverius.
He's still around?
Yeah, no, I mean, his nickname went from Cannonball to Rusty Cannonball, if you can believe it.
He doesn't even, like... I'm gonna have to see him in action.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's been a month. I mean,
He is exclusive. He went from entertainment matches to now he's exclusively signed up for death matches.
So we're on the side where they can't see that we're watching, right?
Right, yeah. No, he contracted a form of, I believe it was lamprey vampirism. We had a thorough conversation with him about getting it cured. And he, in signing up for death matches and everything, actually was reticent to the idea. So he's just taking advantage of it, and building up the money, sending the money off to his family. And when he finally gets tired, he says he'll discuss either curing or just retiring with a nice sunbath. He's kind of in a spot.
So I do have something to say. Suggest him talk to the Archfey of the medicine, Medicus, Cabulus Medicus, and she should have a cure for him.
Sure, I'll forward that information should he want to go the curing route.
I suggest he do that, considering the deities aren't necessarily going to make it easy on him.
Right, I mean, I've been talking to him a little bit. Before he signed up for all the death matches, he had a bit of a drinking problem, so... I don't know, he might be punishing himself. I don't know what's going on. I'm talking too much, and I'm holding up the line. You all can go through.
Oh, by the way, I did bring you back something. She puts at least 15 platinum inside of her sticky hand.
Oh. You watch as her glistening sort of features almost glisten all that much more.
As a thank you for help
Right,
last time.
as
I had
then just a
fight.
globule of mucus kind of falls off of her hand. Okay, so yeah, no, I'll yes, thank you. Cool. All of you just head right on through. As a matter of fact, actually, she opens a small, what looks to be closet doorway that seems to magically extend. These are technically servants' passages, but it will just beeline you right past the line if you want to go ahead and do that.
Right. We'll go ahead
And
do
it should
that.
be able to accommodate your gigantic.
What, lady?
Anyway, yeah, that.
Yeah. She looks back at Avery's siblings and basically blinks and then like leaves.
Notably, again, the only one really looking in your direction at all seems to be the male one, and he just naturally winks back, and he's not just winking at you, as he's kind of casually giving like nods and acknowledgments to just about anybody who's giving them to him.
It's like an almost a spit take. It's just like, and then the air smells like a bunch of what would it be? It smells like blue saffron through the entire air.
Yeah, that man seems to be adoring whatever the hell form of
Chad.
attention. Possibly, that man seems to be adoring whatever form of attention is getting directed his way.
So I'm gonna take you to the rooms, and then I'm gonna go cause some chaos.
Also, real. Sorry.
Go ahead, Avery.
I noticed that they all have middle names, but I didn't make a middle name for Avery. I didn't know we were doing middle names.
Oh, Angel has
Middle names are a little more common for humans. You might not have needed one, but it's up to you if you want to make one, to be fair.
I feel like it would have been given by my parents, and if they gave all my other siblings middle names, it would have made sense that I got one too.
So what do you feel his middle name might have been?
I don't know. I'll have to think on it.
Absolutely.
She looks over and are any of his other siblings like there? She like pulls out a thing of piff.
There are two others that are kind of flanking that man on either side. Both of them are just looking forward in a line. Though both of them do look notably female in their presentation. Again, the one with the notably dyed purple hair, and then the other one with the blonde locks that seem to be just almost entirely covered by that sort of blue veil kind of along the back of her head. Since they're facing away from you, not strictly enough information to go off as to whether or not they are also Avery siblings, but assumptions are one thing too.
I didn't know there were Avery people here. Basically, she's going to like make a thing and say out loud and loud enough to hear Avery's name, but it's every people. She's going to extenuate that word, see what the reaction is for the facial features for everybody in that party.
It's going to be a matter of listening ability amongst the boisterous amount of noise. So I'm going to go ahead and give a perception check. Just give me a flat charisma check to see if that projects outward enough.
Okay. It's a natural 20, DM.
Okay.
Plus pretty good today. Plus 7 for blue.
Cool. Yeah, so we'll say that lowers their DC to be able to hear you. Notably, the pair of blonde figures, the man and the woman, do kind of turn their way in the way of the noise. As the female figure turns her face around, it is very much like almost like a halfway slice. Very much where the masculine figure, that accounts for Avery's masculine features in his untransformed state. And then the female one absolutely accounts for a lot of his more effeminate features. Awesome.
Yes! I feel so proud
Although
of
notably, that does make his initials S.
You know what? That's fine. You're never really right your first, middle, and last initial. You write sometimes your first and last, or your first whole name, middle initial, last full name.
Okay, bully bait. All right.
Oh, if anyone was the bully in school, it was Avery.
That's fair. He can wear anybody's face.
I think Avery was just brutally honest, and no one else could do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, if someone tried to pick on him, he would take the psychological approach and destroy them.
You have a problem, take it up with the ass.
Damn right,
This is totally working my way. Totally working
But yeah,
my way.
those two at least look their direction. The purple hair dyed one does not. And as you both kind of step through that doorway into the servants' quarters, which notably the doorway does expand to accommodate your size, Venestra, as well, as it seems to be magically adaptive. Suddenly you both are sped along this sort of sealed magical tunnelway, very much along the lines of, what the fuck is it called in the airports where you step on it and you're basically just getting pushed along past the crowd? What the fuck are those called?
I know what it is.
I feel like
Riding
at least
the
have...
wave.
No,
No,
it's
that
this
little-
like
Crowd
literal.
surfing.
It's this moving floor
It's a-
thing in the airports.
It's a
Um,
moving.
Vinestra said,
Oh, that.
Travelator.
Yes, that.
Yeah,
I
it's
had a complete wrong vision in mind. I thought you meant like moving along a crowd of people.
Not quite that kind of
Or
you know.
moving walkways.
Yeah, moving walkway travel.
Yeah.
It's you guys basically get pushed along a magical version of that. And eventually, as you get pushed along, given that you were granted a location, it seems you can see even in here, there are kind of naturally split off pathways along that sort of moving floor line that lead to different sort of service sections of the big red ship. However, it seems your pathway is already being expedited toward near at least wherever the Hell Blues quarters are, as you get within the span of about 5 minutes, as opposed to what would have been several hours of being drug along through that crowd. In the span of about 5 minutes, you get spat out in what looks to be basically a small sort of reading service nook, which is about maybe 3-4 doors down from your actual quarters, Blue.
My quarters are extensive. I didn't have any place to live when my mother went south, so the electric lady of awesome basically put me up in here.
Yeah. As you lead off everybody to your quarters and open your door, which admittedly is your sized, at least for one of the entryways, but I'm assuming has a full-sized door around that doorway.
Oh yeah, it's one of those small doors, and then the big door, and then the medium-sized door, and then the big door.
Yeah. Go ahead and describe where Blue spent most of her, let's say, occupational years.
It has like a invisible kind of the stone in front of it has like a mirror surface where you can actually just it's kind of one of those two-way see-through mirrors where you can see the fights from the inside. It's kind of what it's like, but it's just a spell, so it allows you to see through the stone and what's going on the other side of the stone. And you can literally see the entire arena in front of you, all of the fights, how they would happen, people setting up all of their stuff. And inside, there's a whole bunch. You can see Snips's book corner, or his little, what he has is a swirling, she had a swirling barber's chair put in there for him. He wanted to work there.
Mhm.
It was small people doing that, or small and large people, and the chair adjusts to the size of the person. And you can see basically a set of seats that adjust to your size, and like a L-shaped chair right by that front part, so you can see the fighting. And then there's a loft that leads up. That literally is where her and Snips kind of live, like they cohabitate. And then there's a kitchen on one side.
So basically an apartment with effectively a one-way window out into the arena, which even from in here you can see that there is currently a fight in progress, especially with the amount of people that are filtering in. It figures that there is one going on. Looks to be, best you can tell, probably a dragon-blooded Yuan Ti sorcerer currently battling it out with what appears to be a Way of the Elements monk. A lot of flaring colors kind of going back and forth between the pair of them.
So I don't know what they're gonna have you fight up against, but if you do well, we make a lot of money here. So it's pretty great. But the crowds usually end up cheering a lot for me because I come every month. But I do fights above and below, so this is the kids come sometimes and watch the fights here, but only the older ones. We don't allow the little ones yet.
Vinestra said, and what are the rules?
It depends on what kind of match you're put into. if it's a death match, they will allow you, but those are usually underground. Only the death matches are underground. Like, you'd have to like go down the swirling staircase that goes down there, and it's somewhere in between most of the realms. It's like a mid space. It's not even in limbo. It's a pocket dimension that allows most people to travel in. So you can get people from Solai, and I think that they just closed off the abyssal portal there. So, which is good because it was really bad.
Yeah, Demon Death matches kind of fell out of favor after the fucking war in the Feywild.
So, because of Piff's anger, that entire portal got nuked. So, which is rightly so. We had a full conversation about it. But if you want a full-on deathmatch down there, you can really go at it. But it's something that you don't really do. I usually kind of leave people alive in case and they usually bring criminals. That's usually where you'll fight criminals. But up here, there's usually a rule where we don't kill. It's fight to at least near death or right before death, which is everybody gets to spare the dying spell usually before they start.
As the dwarf finally unlatches also from Zarissa's tale. There's also resurrection exhibitions, where it is death match that is to be returned. Some of those do happen up here on the surface, when some people are ready. Sorry, I haven't been out here to fight in a while, and honestly, I've been looking to vacation up here to get my teeth sunk in.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
Hi, I'm Darius, by the way.
I'm Blue. I'm well known here, so if you've seen some of my fights, that's kind of what I do.
Fantastic. Darius Hammerhand, by the way. Nickname usually when I do manage to come out here is just Hammerhand. As, well, I do have a similar skill set to you fairy. All the way down to the preference for booze.
Just don't drink from my flask.
Oh, certainly not. I wouldn't dare drink without asking. No.
No, like literally it's death. Like if you haven't ever had anything this strong, it's even stronger than the dwarf stuff.
I've had some strong stuff, but either way. Some changes to it in the last couple of years. You can do random lot draw for what kind of match you're going to do, or you can fill out a pamphlet for preferences, and then you'll get sorted accordingly for sort of what kind of match you'll be dealing with. There's also entertainment matches, which are done completely non-lethally and literally just to ham up the crowd between matches.
Did they take out that magical thing on the side that allows you to pick out which match you want?
No, they still have it,
On the
but
wall.
there are some folks who are magically not keen, like myself, in which case then, there's still the paper pamphlets, which you still hand over, and then I think those are magically sorted. But...
Well, it's more or less because I'm a VIP, they make me do that.
Right.
Yeah. I kind of live here.
There's also the beast matches, if you're keen on doing any of those.
The last thing they had was... It's the last time we had the beach. The beast match was last month.
Beast matches, though,
Last
do
week-
come with a waiver, as you can't really guarantee those won't be a death match.
You can if they do spare the dying at the beginning.
Spare the Dying really only stops you from initially bleeding out. And
Yes,
if the
but there
beast
are
chooses to gore you, I mean...
There are teleportorial runes on the base now. On just this layer. They're not down below.
Yeah,
They're
That's
more
true.
gory down below. They enjoy it.
Anyway, I'm gonna go get a drink and also get, I'm gonna go raid a bar so that I have fuel
can
for
raid-
my fight.
She smacks the wall twice and a full bar comes down.
That helps, never mind.
I don't have to leave this space. I also have room service from the local hotel.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not too keen on going back to the Rusted Peaks, personally. I was planning to sneak off. The fighting pits in the
Why?
Rusted Peaks are boring. There's a lot of dwarves beating a lot of dwarves.
There's not a lot of variety here in Togallan Islands. There's a ton of variety.
Oh, there's a ton of variety here. I like beating the fuck out of tropical people.
Did you know that we just in Zaria we just in not Zaria in Sharni we just opened up our own fighting pits.
Ooh, okay.
All sorts of dark creatures. all sorts of monsters, but we don't allow hunting in the local area at all.
Right.
Because
Very
the
nice.
Myconids won't handle it.
Well, you know what? I could expedite some paperwork for you also. Given that, of course, every bit of announcement and every fight comes with a title involved. I'm Hammerfist, of course. Blue, you're just, I mean, you know.
Blue.
You earned that. If I recall correctly, you're, Adley, Avery, Anal?
No,
Something
this
with
is
an
Zarissa.
A.
Zarissa, and this is Venestra.
Zarissa, Venestra, and... I mean...
Avery's not here.
Oh,
I don't
right.
think.
Right. Brain did a dumb.
I'm gonna
Why do I
punch some
keep
people
mixing that up?
today. I'm gonna punch some people today. You can see, like, Blue is so excited.
All right, so what working
I
title?
based Avery's likes and dislikes, including weather, on my likes and dislikes. So hot and humid, you don't like.
Oh, fair enough.
Let's see if these. I have a question. Do we see the other two, that group of people fighting? Considering we would probably be in the later matches, we get a choice in our match time. I like the later matches because they're usually got some of the fighters that are from the earlier matches. Because I don't like to fight anybody who's gonna fight me back.
As you look back out to kind of what's going on in the arena, you watch as that match between that Yuan Ti and that sorcerer finally conclude. And that monk finally concludes. As the Yuan Ti sorceress seems to pretty strongly win out as what looks to be a gout of fire, kind of shaped almost like a giant snake, slams down onto the monk and overwhelms them as they are kind of left in a smoking heap. As that match concludes, what then follows in is definitely a match of heavies as a Gif and a Ursa both enter that ring. Hippo Man and Bear Man.
I know. You see, Blue. This is gonna be a bloodbath. It's back.
Notably, neither of them come with weapons, and neither of them are very keen on magic either. It is just claws and fists.
This is going to be a bloodbath. And the hippo probably win, because last time they did win.
I mean, unless the bear man stays away from the bite, which we'll see how that goes.
Yes, but they always get too cocky when they pull forth with the claws. They're always they're terrible about the pull forth.
True.
Looks up at Vanessa. So I'm thinking I go in the later fights. She looks over and she starts pulling up this magical screen on the wall, pushing her finger to where she wants it and where she wants to fight at.
But again, in regards to working titles, what can I put in the paperwork for the pair of you? Well, for at least you, Big Dragon Lady, and then you, Sultry Green Lady.
Sarissa, what do you want on yours? I can put in an additional paperwork as well.
Let's just go with Razor Leaf for now, green and sneaky.
When do you want your fight? Do you want it in the middle, or do you want to fight one of those starling bitches?
I don't have much of a personal connection there.
So, which one do you want to fight? There are some of the edgelord peoples.
Whoever the hell seems too cocky for their britches.
Do I know some of the fighters that are too cocky for their own bridges, and I just put Zarissa there?
Yeah. One in
Why is it
particular
that
kind of sticks out to you.
Okay, which one is it?
Malphelius Darwin.
Ugh. Pretentious pricks back again. I'm gonna put you right here.
Yeah. He is a bard 3-creen. A percussionist that thinks he is all the shit. Notably, everything he does is thunder and sonic damage.
I think Angel could tear them apart if she was here. But that's why we don't bring her. She's a little violent. Even more violent than me. Just scary.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and get started on some preliminary matches and all that. I'm just gonna bring
Yeah,
this
so
with
we're
me. And he just drags as many bottles as he can out of the room.
Vanessa, what do you want to fight? Do you want to fight a monster? Do you want to fight? What do you want to fight? What's your surname? What's your name going to be? What do you know? I want Blue's song to be a weird, ripped off version of I'm Blue Dabba Dee Dabba. Your theme is bullshit.
Vinestra said, I'm down to fight anything, I suppose, and naming titles have never been my strong suit.
I don't want to name you Vinny, that would be weird. So we're gonna go with Azure Wing. That's cool. That's a cool name. Azure Wing. How about that? What do you think? They also call me a soul belief below, to be honest. A soul. I wish Avery was here to watch me beat the crap out of a sibling.
Potentially could go with Ilmare.
Ilmare. Okay. I'll put it in there. Write it out for her.
We'll call this retroactive. Hey, Avery, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is...
He's not here.
That is just regular perception plus 10.
It's 10 plus your perception modifier, yeah.
Right. So, 13.
Okay, yeah, no. You notice one of your pockets on the right side is a lot heavier than it was just before your friends left.
I see what's in my pocket.
And you pull out a large spherical quartz seeing stone. That currently,
I have a
the
question.
visual that you are
Snip.
seeing is currently just a rocking image of what looks to be a dwarf with too many alcoholic bottles in his hands, going to a sign-up sheet, and then quickly asking a staff member, by the way, could you pin this up above Blue's window? Just to be sure about it, you know. Figure the holidays are all about an exchange of knowledge, and you know what, live knowledge is all great and all that. So might as well let someone see what we're doing.
All right.
The staff member promptly moves it in front of a transposition pyramid, and suddenly you get a full window visual of the arena.
Does it have to be in this little ball, or can I, like, blow it up to a screen?
You can blow it up. Although notably, at least the way I kind of frame them working is you can kind of zone out to it, like you're zoning out to a spiral, and then suddenly it fills your vision.
Ah, okay.
So, I also have a question, DM. Does Snip show up basically halfway behind her with his bracelet on?
Oh yeah.
It took you long enough.
Long enough? I dare say it didn't take me anywhere close to long enough. Don't you know?
No, he's British. This is a British voice.
I dare say it didn't even take me anywhere close to long enough. Feel a bit enfeebled.
No, definitely not. He's high-end British.
High-end, okay.
Snips is literally the
I feel a
clean
little
cut
bit
of the
enfeebled,
siblings.
to be fair.
I know. She goes and plays with Snips' hair. which is basically a bunch of spikes. She braids it in
Yeah.
a tiny braid. It's going to look so cute.
You braid those, they get really tight. I would like to stab someone with those.
You use them to make scissors. So I need to braid them so you can get hold of them when you're trying to pull them down.
Rude.
Don't call me rude.
Rude.
She looks over at Sarissa. I think you're almost up. You look up there.
Oh, good.
Oh, he's about to get his teeth kicked in.
As Arissa notably gets put up against a rather massive Leonin, who is lugging behind him what looks to be a boat chain.
You said he was fighting the bard.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was fighting the bard.
Mixed things up. Although, oh, sorry. You see that drunken dwarf just ahead of them coming up against that Leonin with the boat chain.
Holy shit. Dodge, you scrawny fucker! Basically, hers yell at that.
As the Leonin reels up and whip cracks a massive boat chain, which takes an enormous amount of strength to do, and completely rips apart one of the stone pillars, this cheeky bastard dwarf just takes one of the bottles in his hand, which he has yet to drink, and just chucks it and breaks it in this lion's face, leaving shards of glass embedded in the soft flesh of his face.
Impact.
Which, frankly, no matter how you slice it, is a dick move. And you can even smell it from here. That's grain alcohol, now seeping into open glass wounds.
Ah,
Oh, that's gonna suck.
And so now this overconfident, massive, incredibly strong Leonin is now flailing in pain as this dwarf walks over and proceeds to just repeat, after tipping this lion over, proceededly kick him in his glass-covered face. Just over and over
Really?
until it knocks him out.
Really? Sportsmanship is dead.
I should clarify. My name's not Hammerfist, it's Hammered Fist.
You know, it's showmanship, whatever, and she's already started drinking in her flask. And, it's
And
like,
I
this
am
is
absolutely what's called an inflammatory fighter. I'm here to piss off at least half the audience.
Doesn't go well here when you do that.
Vinistra
wouldn't
said,
go-
the heel.
Yeah.
Oh.
And as their match is dismissed, you read some of the information on the fighters. That Leonin's a fucking war hero who just got his shit kicked in.
Are you freaking serious? You better hope you're not up against me, small thing.
Notably, a recent war hero from some of the frontline Jihu conflicts. And not on the side of the slavers either, despite his choice of weapon.
Hey, she taps the wall. Can you bring that man into my box for the healing set? And have my husband... She looks over at Snips. I need you to take his glass out of his face.
Yeah.
Angel will want to meet this thing.
As then it's Zarissa's match. As soon as the gates open, and that bard comes out, ostentatious as ever, his many forearms already beating at drums, and you can feel that sort of sickening, thickened air pressure of sonic damage beginning to build, you don't see Zarissa. But then your trained eyes start to see a flit of blue cloth, dodging between different shadows and movements, jumping along the crowd, which, is it part of the rules? Is it not? Who knows? She's not hurting anybody, before all of a sudden, every single drumstick in this man's hands are broken. She flits by and embeds a couple of blades right into his joint plates at his legs, and before he can even really register what the hell's happened, he's not able to stand up.
I'll just have to shed.
She then, definitely not necessarily permitted by the, well, by the weapons ministry, pulls out one of Lillian's crops and positions it right under this fucker's chin.
Actually, that wouldn't be bad on this stage, especially in the daytime.
Fair enough. Well, you can't really hear what she's saying at this distance. You can very clearly read her lips as she says, "You're the type of naughty I really don't like to deal with."
Stars.
And then proceeds to just coldly kick him right in the face. His insectoid nose breaks and he goes unconscious.
Oh my stars!
That's what happens when you request that your NPCs level in epic levels alongside you as a character.
Oh
And
my
Zarissa
sugar
is a
and
rogue.
Oh my sugar and breeches. This is gonna be great. She looks over at Snips. He's gonna be awesome in the last areas. Oh,
Now, next up in the matches,
really Venestra.
Venestra. And what is Venestra choosing to face?
She didn't choose. She said whatever. Whatever.
Oh,
So
whatever.
put her
Okay.
in for your fight.
Rolling on the random tables then.
I'm gonna laugh if she gets something really small. It's really really new. And it's just
Vinestra said, anything that allows her to use her powers.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Oh,
It
do
is
they still have
technically a
football
beast
in it?
match.
Would a beast match have more than one person in it though? Was a big one?
Usually. But this is a one-on-one given the size class that Venestra has been recorded at, and the size class of her opponent.
Alright.
Of which, as it comes up on the screen in recording, again, this is only a beast match by technicality. A practiced gladiator in the arena by the name of Stormfist. A storm giant. And he saunters into the arena, mounted aback a gigantic storm horse construct. Awaiting Venestra as you are teleported into and onto the sands of the arena. It's not often that you encounter a foe that exceeds you in height like this.
No, she'd be able to just malleably walk through the side of the wall. It's kind of intimidating.
Okay, yeah, walking through the wall. And let me pull up this guy's stat block. There we go.
Vinestra said, question, if
Yeah.
it has a construct is Vi allowed to have another?
Technically, yes. You can bring in a companion fighter if you like, although Amira is counted as packaged with you.
Whenever the match begins, Amira's gonna cast Enlarge on Vi.
Okay.
upping Venestra in size category. As you naturally bulk up, and Amira looks all that much smaller on your shoulder by comparison. The giant then now looks a little more level with you. Let's give them a fun match. Roll initiative.
Those are the words she's been waiting to hear.
Vinestra said, agreed, and 21.
21. Okay, just double checking his dex modifier. Alright, he does barely beat you with a 22. There's definitely the... Oh yeah, okay. Cool. He reaches his hand out into the open cloud, and with a bolt of lightning kind of summoned forth from his fingers, it soon enough forms itself into this long, almost electrum in its metal, and make massive glaive that he then swings off wildly in your direction. Let's see here. How many of those is he able to do? Oh. Okay. Weird. Okay. Yeah, so this stat block doesn't come with a multi-attack. It's just one at a time. Fair enough. Either way, he's going to be swinging that glaive. How does a 29 do you?
Vinestra said, hit.
All right. In which case, that's going to deal a relatively decent 18, 27 slashing damage. As just a nice, even introductory strike right against your chest. Almost a little static buzz moving right across it as well as that impacts. Skin's thicker than it looks. As then atop his mount, he's going to go ahead and take a moment to retreat to the back end of the arena to go ahead and create a gap that will provide you an attack of opportunity. Notably, his mount also gets its own separate initiative. Significantly.
Vinestra said, what's the minimum number to hit?
For his AC, you'll find out.
Will she find out if she exceeds that number? Because...
Oh, certainly.
Okay. Oh, damn. Those some numbers.
Okay. Notably, all of those hit. As him being as big of a target as he is, only has an AC of 15. However, his mount is going to use its reaction for self-sacrifice. Whenever the rider is targeted by an attack roll, the mount can use its reaction to make itself the new target, taking the damage instead.
Vinestra said, as the giant and construct retreat, Vi's just going to swing out a powerful kick and launch them into the air. 50 feet into the air.
All right.
Or whatever is reasonable for the arena.
50 feet is reasonable, and as you kick it up into the air, notably... I bumped my microphone, so...
I'm like, is something... I could still hear my music playing, so I'm like, huh?
As you kick it 50 feet up into the air, a couple of additional appendages spindle out from the sort of backside of the construct, and a couple of lightning-wreathed wings flare out from this massive mount and allow it to continue and maintain a hovering speed up at that 50-foot range after it's tanked those many hits. Though notably, you've broken off a great number of pieces on it. And the more you break off of this construct, the more underneath that armored carapace, it almost seems like it's a sort of spiritual leftover essence of a massive rock. ROC, gigantic bird. And of course, roll damage.
Is this a tournament?
Not in the traditional sense. It just seems to be a series of initial elimination matches.
Okay, because I'm like, is there a chance that Vi and Angel are gonna end up fighting? Or Vi and Blue, I mean?
There's always the option to sign up for a tournament.
Vinestra said, 183.
All right. 183 damage.
All right, yeah, absolutely chipping off a lot of the armor on that beast. As then... wraps back around to the giant's turn, I believe, unless there is anything you'd like to do with your bonus action. Wait, oh, that was just the brain. That was just the attack of opportunity, I believe.
That was an opportunity attack.
Yes, it was. All right, yeah, the mount is still going.
Vinestra is going to take flight up above the giant and horse and launch herself down to smack them into the ground.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll to hit. Yep, all of those hit.
Oh, I need to correct my notes. You didn't end up finding relatives in Medina's vault because of they aren't changelings. So she uses a blood map and finds things in the what's the name of the island, the archipelago they're on?
Tolgallen Islands. Tolgallen.
Tolgalen.
Yep. Tolgallen.
Vinestra said, 448 damage.
Okay, 448 damage. Fantastic. Slamming right down onto the intended giant and mount. The mount, again, maintaining that sort of self-sacrifice ability, which does last for the combat round, ends up tanking all of that damage as you come slamming right down onto it, and the rest of the armor plating scatters, leaving behind the spectral rock as they both collide with the ground. And the giant kind of gets up, bones and joints cracking in a crumpled heap. And that spectral rock begins to almost fade for a moment before it disperses into this massive sort of electrical field and begins to scatter up and into the giant's body, making his veins plainly visible as they bulge against his skin, flooded with electricity.
Vinestra said, "Giant and mounts go."
The mount is gone and the giant seems to have absorbed it. As just before his go comes up, that does supply him now, actually, with a series of legendary actions, and he's going to use his initial 3 charges of legendary action for something called Stormhammer, as he immediately points a finger right up to the sky with you. And a massive hammer-like bolt of lightning fires off in your direction, cracking across the sky with thunderous, cacophonous power. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Vinestra said, "Is it magical?"
Oh, it absolutely is.
"26.
All right, 26. That does exceed, so you take half of the bludgeoning and lightning damage.
And half on the bludgeoning.
Okay, 32 bludgeoning reduced to 8 in that case. And 41 lightning reduced to 21.
Vinestra said, 8 also as a heads up, Joe. That +1 you gave did give Vay more HP.
Yep. All right, and those were just his legendary actions. Next thing he's going to use is called Heaven Piercer, as he points up that massive glaive toward your direction, and it begins to get wreathed in lightning, and what seems to be leftover sort of spectral rock feathers. And suddenly, a bolt flies out of it, and he chases along that trajectory in that same bolt. Go ahead and... Yeah, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Vinestra said,
Yep.
I assume also magical. Double 18s plus 1 5.
Okay, so 30... something. 33.
33.
Yep. 33. Okay, cool. That succeeds. So you take half of the piercing damage and half of the lightning damage.
Halved piercing as well.
.64 piercing reduced to 32. .57 lightning damage. As he then naturally carries his momentum back down to the arena, and as he collides with it, the entire arena itself seems to shake on that impact. All the while he looks up at you, thoroughly entertained himself, just smiling at this exchange thus far.
Vinestra said, how much lightning, sorry?
Shit. I think I said 57? It's either 51 or 57. I'll round down. Let's say 51. It was 50 something, so 51. I already grabbed my dice again. Is then furthermore at will as he impacts with the ground and shakes the rest of the arena. That sort of thunderous impact seems to also then thunder across the sky, as the sunny sky gets replaced with gathered clouds and thunder across it. Control weather is one of the at-will spells he can cast. All right. Otherwise, I do believe
Vinestra
that
said, did his turn end, Joe? Slightly smiling face.
oh shit! Right, because you killed his mount, he does get his mythic traits. So, let's see here. Okay, yeah. He's also going to use Fury of the Fallen. As he is impacted with the ground, he's going to then throw his glaive from his ground position at you. Which means that is going to be a d20 plus 14. Does a 31 hit you?
"31, yes."
Okay. 31. All right, you don't take much damage from this, but it does consequentially, I believe. Yep, okay. All right. 13 plus 3, 16. Okay. Well, you take 25 slashing damage, are thrown back 10 feet, and oh shit, there's no save against that. You fall out of the sky and are knocked momentarily prone. That ends his turn. Should have started with that since you killed his mount. But I didn't think about it. I didn't look at the sheet. That's on me.
Vinestra said, "How much movement is reduced by getting up and how far away is he?"
Half, and when he did initially fly up to knock you down, that means he would be within, he would be within 10 feet of you as you impact the ground. Otherwise, it is half movement to stand up unless you have a trait that otherwise allows you to do it with less. There's almost
Vinestra said, "Vinestra is going to get up and just gut punch him."
Absolutely.
Well, no nat ones, so they all hit.
Yeah, with his AC of 15, yeah. Because everything else you have is what, plus 19 as it is, so yep. That's the thing about big targets. Pretty easy to hit, but they're also durable.
as a boss fight, this guy's stat block is definitely designed for a much lower level party, but for a one-on-one with epic levels, it's not too terrible.
Vinestra said, 452.
452 damage. Alright, and how many of those hits were there?
12.
12, okay. You get 2d12 rebound lightning damage for each successful melee attack against him. So, gotta go into 24 d12s.
And Amira puts volley shield on Vay.
Absolutely. $16 damage. That's 1. 22 damage, that's 2. 17 damage, that's 3. 15 damage, that's 4. 14 damage, that's 5. 6 damage, that's 6. 21 damage, that's 7. 10 damage, that's 8. 10 damage, that's 9. 21 damage, it's 10. 7 damage, it's 11. 12 damage, that's 12.
Vinestra said, Vis going to ready herself to dodge as her bonus action.
Absolutely. As you can see, he's shaking. This is a monster stat block.
And what was the damage total? For the rebound hits.
Okay, I'm gonna lowball that and average those out to 8 each then, because I did not write those down. So, hold on. Yep. Average those out to 8 times 2, so 16. So. Oh. Actually, we'll just average it out to half damage on each of the dice. So that's 2 to 24 times 12. 12 times 144 lightning damage. We'll call that. Because I do know the only single digit rolls that I did were like 2 of them. And I just dropped one die. Fuck. Be right back. It's the other one. Here we go. Oof. And of course the headache spikes up again once this stops being cold. Fantastic. So 144 for the rebound hits as you prepare yourself with a dodge action. He's going to first of all use a Since he just recharged his legendary actions, he's going to go ahead and use another Heaven Piercer on you real quick before going ahead and making his other strikes. And you are right in front of him. Which means this is literally just sending out a blast of glaive-charged lightning right in your face. And Heaven Piercer was a con save, so Constitution saving throw.
Vinestra said, 19 plus 15.
Alright, so you succeed and take half. It's going to be 1, 2, plus 11, 13, plus 6.
Is it a spell?
It is an ability. Plus 28 piercing damage. And 27 lightning damage. As now that those legendary actions are up, he's going to go ahead and use just now the multi-attack that he got after his mount fell, which is literally just 2 glaive attacks. Simple structure on this boss monster, to be honest. Alright. Does a 19 hit you and does an 18 hit you?
Vinestra said, nope.
Alright. Couple of wide swings at you at this close range after taking as thorough a beating as he has so far. Still a smile painted on your face. This has been fun. I can't help but wonder how much I would have terrified you at the weaker state. Oh. I feel like I'm already seeing 3 of you.
Vinestra said, agreed. It has been quite fun, though I'm hardly out yet. V was looking slightly bloodied.
Then maybe I still have a moment to trip you up if I can.
What is V going to do? Excuse me.
V is back to her regular size category. How much bigger category-wise is he?
He is a huge giant that, while atop his mount, might as well count for a gargantuan, as that's just how much extra mass that afforded him. But otherwise, in terms of height, he is a good 25 feet, even just standing how he is.
Vinestra said, V is going to move back and use her large bow and arrow, loosing such at the giant. Opportunity attacks for it.
Absolutely, and he is going to absolutely take advantage of that. There's a crit, do you?
How does a 13 sound?
A 13 still sounds like a total of 27.
Not high enough.
Ah, bummer.
No nat ones for Vi's arrow. Vinestra said, 629.
All right, 629 from that volley of arrows.
As Vay is going all out.
And with no mount left to tank the damage for him. How does Vinestra win the match?
Vinestra said, V is going to lose a large explosive arrow into the giant, making it hurtle up into the arena wall for the knockout.
All right. The explosive arrow cracking against his body, it launches his body backward into the stone wall of the arena, sending out a large spider-like crack across the stonework as parts of it crumple and crumble over his body. With that thunderous crash, it seems to almost match the thunder in the sky, as he also manages to lose concentration. Well, not really concentration, but ability to really maintain, because, yeah, ability to really maintain his alteration to the weather, as the skies once again shift to bright and sunny. And he curls over unconscious, bleeding from many, many places, still with a proud smile on his face.
Vinestra said, Vay's going to go over and check on the giant.
Easy enough to check as the sort of electrical pulse that is going through his plainly visible vascularity has not diminished, and he is still very much alive, though he is unconscious. And the announcement blares over and around the arena.
A link.
As this one was not slated for a deathmatch, particularly in an arena fight. That would have to happen under the arena. And death is not what this particular fighter was looking for.
Amira's going to cast Reduce on the giant so they can help drag them out.
Easy enough to do, as this massive behemoth of a giant steadily shrinks down and is easily enough moved out to recuperate.
V is going to go watch Blues fight.
Not sure if we want to start another fight tonight, though.
Late as it is, it might be something that we start next week with. Megan, how are you feeling?
Megan.
She appears to be AFK.
I'm right here.
Ah, hello. Yeah, me too. Me too.
Do you want to finish it off tonight with the fight, or do you want to start your start next week with Blue's encounter?
It's a long encounter, Joe.
So do you want to start next week with Blue's fight?
Probably.
Okay. Sounds like a plan then. While we're all relatively still energized, I'm going to go ahead and look for somebody to rate. Questions on session title suggestions.